Thanks a lot, mate.
Feel that underwear.
You dirty old man.
All right, Terry. Go on, Billy, don't be shy, don't be shy. None of your North London sweatshop tat there.
Yeah, but can it perform?
Can it perform? Is the Pope Polish? Billy, I guarantee each one is made of genuine Taiwan porcelain. Yet they make it look like plastic so as not to frighten the very young children. I mean, look at the artwork in that face. Remarkably clever race, those Indians. I think it's all that salt. Listen to this.
Sing a song of sixpence, a pocket full of rye, 24 blackbirds baked in a pie. When the pie was opened, the birds began to sing.
That's Arthur Daly. Champagne ideas, beer money. Diagnosis? His condition is acute.
Prognosis?
Lap of the gods. Time for a quickie before lunch, gentlemen.
I do like to go to school. All the boys and girls are so nice to me. Will you come to school with me? Sing a song.
She walks like she's suffering from piles.
What do you expect for 15 quid, Ginger Rogers? You zip up your pockets and stroll down Oxford Street. They're knocking these out for 30 quid a go.
I'll take 200
Cash.
on delivery.
To Leeds? I need an export licence.
Well, remember what our Prime Minister said?
What, vote for me?
No export or die.
Billy, I'm working on a very narrow margin. The price does not include vans and Terry's wages while he's exploring north of Watford.
I'll give you a ton now to cover Terry's exes. The rest on delivery. Done?
Yeah, I think I have been. All right.
I've got to dash. Got to see a man about some toy dogs. Give us a bell when Terry's on his way, as long as it's before market day.
No problem, Billy. Hello? Hold on a moment, will you, please? Hello? Yes, this is Arthur Daly. Yes, I did get your letters about my overdraft. No, I'm not ignoring them. I'm deeply preoccupied in trying to do what you asked. You said I've got to reduce them. Well, in fact, I'm in the middle of a business deal, right? You've done what? Do you realise the implications of bouncing my cheques? My whole business empire is based on trust. Yes, of course, I'll come over right away. It'd be nice to see you, too. It'd be even nicer to be listened to for a change. Lost your bearings, then?
How do you mean?
I thought peeping Toms usually confine themselves to bedrooms and bathrooms.
I'm looking for Arthur Daly. My warrant.
Warrant? Certificated bailiffs?
Do you know Arthur Daly?
Intimately, but not well.
He must be that guy that works for him, Terry McCann. It must have been bouncing checks. Rates bill, 1,300. Water rates, 90. There are quite a few. I've got a court order to remove goods and chattels for sale by public auction.
He's away on business at the moment.
Those dolls in there, how much would they be worth?
Very good, Veronica. Now, just pull in over to the side here, all right? That's it. There you go. Hold on. Yeah, try and remember to indicate.
Sorry, Terry.
That's all right, it's all right. You're doing well. Just remember, any fool can learn to drive. Trouble is, most of them do.
How am I doing?
That's terrific. Well, I mean, we're still alive, aren't we? Now, what was that for?
Being so patient.
Well, I can be very, very patient.
You should start your own teaching school. Right, what's next?
Well, we could, No, right, no, what's next? Emergency stop, all right? Now, when I do that, you've got to stop, all right?
I'm deeply concerned about this situation, Mr. Daly.
Oh, I'm as deeply concerned as you are, Mr. Pierce.
You've been spending a great deal of our money recently.
I was under the impression I was spending my money.
No, no, Mr. Daly, not so. You stopped spending your money nearly 2 months ago. Since then, you've been utilizing your overdraft facility. Currently, you're £7,000 above the agreed limit.
Oh, I wanted to talk to you about increasing the agreed limit.
Yes, but I like my customers to talk to me before acting as if I had already agreed to their request.
Well, you're a very busy man. I didn't want to bother you.
Jerry! Oi, Justin!
Oh, Struth.
I'm sorry,
No,
Terry.
it's all right. It
Don't
wasn't your fault. No, it wasn't your fault. You all right?
Yeah.
You all right?
Yeah.
You stay there then. Just go and see what happened, all right? Don't worry, don't worry. Lovely, isn't it?
Don't worry, Till. I saw everything, and I'll be an independent witness at the trial. Public-spirited little Wally, and we. Well, you weren't even looking where you're going. You was far too close, and you was speeding.
I'm not sure, but I think I just heard an unusually long suicide message. I don't think he could have seen anything, do you, McCann?
No, not a thing. No, Mr. Rycott, no.
Terry, it's just...
Shut up.
I do have a number of excellent and highly lucrative business proposals in the pipeline. The profit potential
Should run into 5 figures.
How did you know I was going to say that?
Because that's what you said when I agreed your present overdraft limit. I'm going to need something more tangible than that, Mr. Daly. And with the greatest respect, none of us getting any younger.
How true. How very true. You mean me?
Oh, it has to be a factor, you know. If you were a younger man at the start of life's great adventure, I might be able to take a more lenient view of the situation. But based on all the available data, at your age, you're a bad risk. Yes? Thank you. Dear, oh dear, Mr. Daly, not your lucky day, I'm afraid. Apparently your car is being given a ticket.
What? Usual, Dave. You better stick half up for Terry. You get thirsty going up the leads. Hey, you're on the wrong side of the bar. Where's Dave?
Popped out. That'd be £117.
What, been taken over by Harrods? Stick it on my slate.
No, that's what you already owe the slate.
Ah, come on.
Naughty. I'm not at liberty to give you credit.
Terry, not you as well.
Oh, thanks, Joe. Hello, Arthur. Well, what's happening?
I tried to get him to pay his bar bill.
I think you might have overdone it. Arthur, you're not crying, are you?
No, Dave. I'm drained of all emotion.
Had a bad day, then.
On a scale of 1 to 10, today is 12.
You better have a recount.
Why?
You know you wanted me to take them talking dolls up to Billy in Leeds?
He bought 200, cash on delivery.
Yeah, well, you've got more chance of getting them there if you put them on the North Circular, press the little buttons and let them walk up the M1.
What is the matter with you?
It's not me. There's nothing the matter with me. It's my motor.
Well, what's the matter with your motor?
Hold on. Justin, come here, mate. Tell him what's the matter with my motor.
Rear suspension, almost ripped out. Rycott hit him straight up the jacksie. Just another example of police brutality, Arthur. I can get it fixed, but you're looking about 2.5.
250? That's more than I paid for the car. Hey, look, can't you see if you can get that van going?
Look, we've got 2 small points here. You see, firstly, I'm not a mechanic. And secondly, that van hasn't moved since we towed it into the car lot.
Arthur, there's the keys are over there in the corner. Wants a word with you.
Who is it?
I don't know, no. Hold up, he's inviting us over for a drink. Come on. No, not you. Look, you go and find Arnie for us, will you? All right, good boy.
Hey, Terry, stick close with me. If he asks for money, hit him.
Mr. Daly, Mr.
McCann.
My name is Guy Wheeler. Do sit down, won't you?
Oh, thank you.
Large vodka and tonic and a lager, wasn't it?
Oh, very nice. Thank you.
Oh, hello, waitress service. Cheers.
Thank you.
Add one for yourself, then, Lord.
Thank you kindly, sir.
Mr. Daly, there's a business proposition I'd like to talk to you about.
Oh, yes. What exactly have you got in mind?
Well, first, what about you and I having lunch at my club?
Oh, that'd be very nice.
No, he can't. No, he's taking me out to lunch.
Terry, please. Mr. Wheeler, I noticed you when I was at the bar, and I said, That is the sort of gentleman I could do business with. Didn't I, Terry?
Did you?
Yeah, Terry, when you finish your drink, why don't you pop into our car showrooms and give the engine of that van a tweak?
Tweak? Transplant, you mean, don't you? You are taking me out to lunch.
Terry, I did not get where I am today, and I'm sure Mr. Wheeler didn't, by worrying about our creature comforts.
Listen, you. I've unloaded 5 gross of those poxy dolls on the strength of you standing me lunch.
Yeah, pray excuse me, Mr. Wheeler. Terry. This is the first glimmer of sunshine I've had all day, and you're trying to nose it up. Look, my nose is never wrong, and it smells money.
Yeah, well, Mum wants to smell lunch. And what's all this moody about give the van a tweak? I'm not your mechanic.
And you are not a businessman either. You do the van, I do the business.
And what about my lunch?
Dave, give him a couple of cheese rolls, will you?
Lashing out as usual.
Tell? He won't come. Why not? Well, he reckons Arthur still owes him from the last job.
All right, look, bun me those overalls, will you? I didn't get where I am today worrying about creature comforts. Do you know anything about these?
Yeah, you put your legs in now.
No, not these, the van, you pillock.
Menu, son.
Oh, thank you. Nice place here.
Not bad, is it? Drink all right?
Yes, lovely.
I can recommend the filet mignon.
Look, don't think I'm probing, but what line of business are you in?
Much the same as yours.
Really?
Buying, selling, entrepreneurial activities.
Nah, I should have guessed. Not what it was, is it?
Well, nothing is.
No. Be an entrepreneur these days, you've got to have wall-to-wall high-tech, sloppy discs. I mean, all the big lads in the city now, they got chains of laundries constantly washing their foreign currencies. I'll bet you've got a couple of laundries in your portfolio, eh?
Well, I'm not first division. Mine are more laundrettes.
No, I'm beginning to feel like an old banger on the highway of life. Overtaken. Not much room for the small man now. I suppose it's progress. No, if you want to see a really professional entrepreneur, look at her at number 10.
A very clever woman.
Clever? Bloody genius. I mean, who else could have done what she's done? I mean, she has sold the nation a whole host of things they already owned. Gas, phones, oil, Oles. I mean, she can sell shares in Oles.
Oles?
Well, what is this channel if it's not a hole in the ground?
All right.
That you, Justin? Well, I'll tell you what, mate, if I get this thing moving, it'll be the greatest comeback since Lazarus.
My God. The places people get into to hide from me.
Who's that?
Terry McCann said I might find you here.
Do what? Oi, where are you?
Don't try to make a run for it.
Make a run for it? What are you talking about? Who are you?
I am Baron McKenna, court bailiff. I'm going to distrain goods to the value of £3,745. Now then, Mr. Daly, which of these cars are your property?
And to follow, I'll have the filleted mignon, off the bone.
Very good, sir. Thank you. Tony? I'm just about to cast my bread upon the waters. Thought I'd give you a final check.
The conditions look absolutely perfect, Guy. I recommend that you proceed.
Good.
Well, he's as vulnerable now as he's ever going to be. I recommend you go for gold, Guy.
You know, Arthur, you impress me. Ever since we first met in the Winchester, you haven't once asked me what my business proposition is.
Slowly, catchy monkey.
How true. How very true. Well, let's get it out of the way before lunch. I want to buy you out.
Buy me out?
Some clients of mine would like to buy your car lot and your lockup. I've had an independent valuation made of the properties, and I think you'll agree that my offer, based on that valuation, fairly generous.
Good to see you again so soon, Mr. Derry, and don't worry about a thing. I think you've made a very wise decision.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce.
Hello?
Congratulations, Guy. He took the bait beautifully. Hook, line, and sinker.
Excellent.
Oh, Terry. I take it the van is ready for the run up to Leeds to Billy?
You kidding? That van's got about as much life in it as Queen Victoria. Arnie won't come out until you're paying for the last job he did. The bailiffs have been round looking for £4,000, and quite frankly, I've had it up to here.
Terence, my son, worry and fret no more. I bring you tidings of great joy.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
My retirement, Terry. My retirement.
Yeah, well, perhaps next time you'll concentrate on the road instead of the crumpet.
Will I?
Anyway, I have the consolation of knowing that the form fill-in for this little lot will fill up your next 2 days off.
Got a little trouble, have we?
No, we're playing Hunt the Thimble. Hello, you going into court today, are you?
No, I've got the rest of the day off. Clean desk, empty in tray, no outstanding queries.
You love yourself, don't you, Taffy? Hey, I bet if you was a chocolate, you'd eat yourself.
Such wit you have. Such a wit. Don't work too hard now.
Do you know what is stopping your promotion, Mellish?
Oh, I wish I knew, Gov. I've sat the sergeant's exam 5 times.
What is stopping your promotion is your failure to mix with the right sort of people. When did you last roll your trouser legs up?
Well, 2 years ago, Gov. A day trip to Brighton.
Exactly.
Mr. McCann? William Pierce. Do come this way. I don't think we met before. Are you new to the area?
Yeah, no, I've lived here all my life.
Really?
Yeah.
Do sit down, Mr. McCann.
Okay.
So, how can I help you?
Well, I need to arrange a loan.
You've certainly come to the right place. How much did you have in mind?
£50,000.
You'll be opening an account with us, of course. Now, how much will your initial deposit be?
No, you don't seem to understand. I don't want to put any in. I want to take 50,000 out. I just need an overdraft, that's all.
But first things first, when you've opened an account, we'll assess how much we can loan you based upon your assets, house, income, that sort of thing.
Well, all right, then, if it's absolutely necessary, I'll open an account. But first, I need the overdraft.
Well, let's establish a few facts. How much do you earn?
Well, on a good week, 150, 200 pounds.
Are you seriously asking me to loan you £50,000 when you only earn £150 a week?
Well, yeah.
What assets do you own? House, shares?
Shares? Me? No, I haven't got any of those, no. Well, I've got my flat. Well, it's rented.
The trouble is, it's all against you, isn't it? Particularly your age.
My age?
Well, if you were an older man, well on the way in life's great adventure, I might be able to take a more relaxed view, but you're young, and that makes you a bad risk.
No, but I've got prospects, you see. Now, if you give me the dough, the money, I can buy out the man I work for. He's retiring.
What's his line of business?
Well, he's got a car lot and a lockup.
A car lot and a lockup?
Yeah, I've got very big plans for them.
Would your employer be a well-known local entrepreneur?
Yeah, I've heard him called that, yeah. Among other things.
All right, lads? Dave, I was advised by Terry this morning that my bar bill stood at 117 quid. Is that correct?
Yeah, plus further 2 large VATs, or then 2 cheese rolls for...
Take it out of that. And while you're at it, my usual, drink for little Justine here, drink for the boys over there, and you have one yourself. No, Dave. Mine's a large vodka.
It's all right, Arthur. This one's for me. Are you sure you're all right, Arthur? I mean, you don't look bronze.
I should like to formally announce that I am going to retire.
You only just got here.
I am relinquishing my throne, Justine. I am abandoning the international infrastructure that has been my life's work.
You've had an offer for the lock-up, then?
Not only the lock-up, Dave, car lot and all. Lock, stock and barrel.
Go on, Benny.
No. Guy Wheeler. Viva España.
All right, you're going to retire to the Costa Packet, then?
Her indoors has let it be known that she would like us to spend the late summer of our life on the sunny side of the Strada. She's fallen in love with the English culture and the Spanish cuisine out there. They can do things with 2 sausage, egg and chips that has to be seen to be believed.
Yeah, well, property is certainly cheap.
Yeah, but what are you going to do for mates?
Well, I understand there's some of my old friends out there, former British entrepreneurs.
So what's this Guy Wheeler got planned for your properties, then?
Ours not the reason why. Ours but to flog and fly.
Have I been flogged and all, Arthur?
Terence, my son. Oh, look at him. He must be going to a function. Dave, give him a drink.
Yeah, I'll have a quadruple gin and tonic in a straight glass. So, has this Ponce Wheeler bought me and all?
Of course not. I did have a word with him about you. I mean, would I forget you, Terry?
Well, what'd he say?
Well, he said he's not in the market for a mature minder.
Do what?
Well, he said you're too old.
Well, in that case, you'll be making Terry redundant.
Yeah, in that case, I suppose I am.
Well, then he'll be due some redundancy pay, won't he?
Don't fret, Justine. I'll look after him, don't worry.
No, I want a figure. Stated now, publicly, in front of witnesses. Made payable on the day you complete the deal. So how much, Arthur? Eh? What's it worth, all those years of aggravation? The right-handers I copped for you. The bird I did for you. It all mounts up, Arthur, so how much? Come on, how much?
Yeah, it's difficult to calculate all that up, you know.
Well, that's all right, we'll help you. Look, the fairest way seems to be to give Terry a percentage of the purchase price, right? How much is Wheeler paying you?
Well, Arthur told me it was 50 grand, didn't you, Arthur?
Well, then, 10% of the purchase price seems reasonable.
It may sound reasonable to you, Justine, but you're being very cavalier with my retirement pension. Terry, how about 2%?
Of the purchase price?
That's ridiculous, Tel.
Justine, shut up. Is it a deal, Terry?
So it's 2% of the purchase price, right? Yeah, that'd do nicely, thank you.
Terry, that's only £1 grand.
Justine, if you care for your continued health, keep out of this.
No, it's all right, Arthur. Don't worry, Justin. Everybody's just heard Arthur agree to pay me £5 grand.
£5 grand?
Yeah, 2% of the purchase price. I just discovered that Guy Wheeler is paying you £250,000, and £5 grand of that is mine.
Yeah, all right, Terry. You have my word.
No, I'm going to have more than that. I'm going to stick to you like super glue.
At the Planning Committee meeting tomorrow morning, I shall recommend approval of the application.
With, of course, one very important amendment.
Of course.
And then I shall close the deal.
Look, I'm not going to do a runner while you're up in Leeds.
Correction, you're not going to do a runner because I'm not going to be up in Leeds.
All I'm asking is one last favour.
No.
Is this what I get for looking after you all these years?
No, this is what you get for the way you looked after me all these years.
What price loyalty? What price integrity?
£5 grand.
There's more to life than money, you know.
Yeah? Like what?
Well, keeping one's word. There is a little man waiting patiently in Leeds for me to keep my word.
He's going to have to wait a bleeding long time then, isn't he? Listen, if you're so bothered, why don't you take them up yourself?
Because I've got to stay here and sign contracts. The phone's ringing.
Hello? Arthur, is that
hello, Billy. Oh, we're just talking about you. How are you?
Sounds like a party.
No, we're not having a party here.
It's about those
Just a second, Terry, turn that thing off.
It's about the dolls.
Yeah, Billy, look, I know time is knocking on, but hang on a second, will you? Knock it off, Terry.
About the dolls.
Look, Billy, leave it to me. No expense will be spared. OK? Bye-bye.
You are Terry McCann. And you've been taking the mickey.
Perhaps I could pour a little oil on troubled waters.
There has been an unfortunate misunderstanding.
Exactly.
And you have now instructed your bank to pay the full amount owing on the various bills.
Precisely.
And if I care to check with the court, I will find that all the bills have been paid.
Oh, definitely.
In view of the fact that your previous cheque bounced, you'll need to pay cash. In the meantime, I'm taking walking possession of your car lot and its contents, this lock-up and its contents, and your car outside. Any other car I see you driving will be automatically impounded. Until I'm advised by the court that you have paid all outstanding bills and all outstanding charges, all of this is mine. So don't go mutilating any more of the stock.
Those dolls are not my property. They belong to Billy from Leeds.
Show me the paperwork and I'll release them.
Don't stand there grinning. Do something.
From what I hear, you've been putting it about that I'm Arthur Daly.
Everything here is impounded for 7 days, at which point I shall review the situation.
At which point, you great Arbroath Smoky, I'll be long gone from this metropolis. And at which time you can take them dolls and shove them up your pea brush. Terry, come on in.
Oh, thank you, George, for such a lucid analysis. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're all agreed that this is a most exciting development, one with enormous potential for the borough. A supermarket complex set in a modern shopping plaza would be profoundly beneficial. Subject, of course, to the supermarket chain accepting our one small reservation. Oh, thank you, Veronica. That is an additional access point for the public in this area. I understand that at the moment it's occupied by some old lockup. Well, shall we take a formal vote at this time on the application for outline planning permission?
Red, red and amber, green, amber, red. Got it?
Where do you come from?
Well, my mummy said it was a stalk, but I don't really believe her. It's true what they say about local councils, isn't it? Well, they all broken off for coffee?
No, they're all in the council chambers. And there's a big planning meeting.
Oh. Now, what would you say if you and I had our own planning meeting later on, eh?
What will we be planning?
Well, tonight's forthcoming attractions. Sound good? All right, I'll give you a ring later.
Don't you want a coffee or anything?
No, I can't. Arthur's waiting. I'll see you later.
OK, see you later.
You sure you know what you're doing here?
Yeah, of course. Come on.
Better frame that. Oi, that was a tenner.
Listen, if that big Scotchman thinks I'm going to be reduced to jostling with a common herd on buses, he's mistaken.
You're talking about a lot of money with these, Sunshine.
Good morning, sir.
Just a minute. Never mind that. What about the dolls and Billy?
No, I told you. Lolly before Dolly.
You fetch the manager, would you? Tell him I'm trade, I'm paying cash, and I expect at least 15% discount, and I'd like one of these, in white, delivered to my villa on the Costa Brava within 1 month.
Yes, sir.
Are you going to tool around Marbella in one of these?
Well, not for long, no, but getting it here and having it shipped out is no VAT. After about a month, this will be a nice little earner. Yes, I like that one.
So would I.
I'll leave a deposit. Her indoors will come in later to try it on for size.
Do what?
Oh, come in handy for when it rains.
In Spain?
Oh, yeah, it do rain in Spain.
Where?
Mainly in the plain.
Good of you to shout me lunch, Arthur.
Oh, at least I can do, Andrew. After the way you've looked after my financial affairs all these years.
Any particular reason for this
unexpected pleasure?
Yes, I think all the loyal members of my organisation should be suitably rewarded as her indoors and me sail into the sunset.
He's retiring to Spain.
Oh. Retiring? There's your tax bill.
Don't worry, Andrew. I've sold a car lot and a lock-up. There'll be plenty of money to take care of them little odds and ends.
Can I tell you about these little odds and ends?
By all means.
If you sell these properties, you will be liable to capital gains tax on all money derived from the sale at 40%. Then there's failure to submit tax returns.
I've been busy.
Well, for the past 6 years, look, you may recall that the Inland Revenue raised an estimated assessment for those years. It was for £50,000.
I've been paying it off.
Oh, yes. At the rate of £200 a year. And you only paid that for 1 year. So they are invoking a stiff penalty clause and claiming interest on the unpaid assessed amount.
Look, Andrew, I'm a simple man. When all that has been paid off, how much will I have left to retire on?
How much are you selling the properties for?
250,000.
250,000. £5,000.
And that's mine.
Well, it's a good job you told me all about this before you exchanged contracts.
He exchanged contracts an hour ago.
Gentlemen, I have exchanged contracts with Arthur Daly.
So, we're now the proud owners of a disgusting little car lot and a rotty little lock-up.
Which we will shortly sell to a certain supermarket chain for at least 3 times what we paid for it.
I think the least we can do is raise our glasses in a toast to our benefactor.
Arthur Daly.
Now, let me just review the situation to ensure there is no misunderstanding. Thank you, Maureen. Having agreed to sell your properties to Guy Wheeler for the sum of £250,000, we, acting on your instructions earlier today, exchanged contracts. Subsequently, after discussion with your accountant, you have concluded that such a sale would not be in your best interest.
Be disastrous.
And as such, you wish to break the contract, cancel the sale, and retain ownership of the car lot and the lockup. Well, I don't see any great problem here, Mr. Daly.
You don't?
No. Under normal circumstances, of course, the purchaser would go to court for an order of specific performance, but I think you'll find here we're all right.
Thank God for that. I don't mind admitting I was a bit worried for a while.
Now, are you saying you can cancel the sale for him?
I can't tell you what a relief that is.
Yeah, but what about her indoors and the Costa?
Another day. I thought it was too good to be true.
There will be some expense, of course.
Oh, of course. Send a bill to Andrew.
No, I don't mean our bill. I was referring to the clause that was inserted in the event that you broke the contract.
Clause? What clause?
Now, I shall have to return the deposit, of course.
10% of the purchase price.
And you are then liable for £25,000 to Mr. Wheeler for breaking the contract.
Are you saying I've got to pay him $25,000 to keep something I already own?
Exactly.
One red T-Reg Honda Civic, 23,000 miles, one owner and none.
Got that, Ginger? Right, how much? Oh, come on, Ginger. It's a matter of life and death. Right.
An R-Reg Volvo 34DL, a Snipper 485, once owned by the Bishop of Tottenham.
All right, Ginger? Look, Ginger, I specialise in buying vehicles from the religious orders. Hey, Terry, where's that Merc the Cardinal brought in? No, Mr. Patel, this is strictly cash. No cheques, no plastic, just money. Right, Terry, what's next? Vote for Neil Kinnock mugs. 2 gross. Pristine condition. No, take the long view, Imran. There's bound to be another election one day. Right, what's next? Charles and Di shaving mirrors. A monkey. 500. They'll be worth a fortune when he becomes king. £2 to go.
About £3 a time.
Sold to the man with... I'll ring you back, Imran.
I've just turfed a certain Ginger Wyatt off of my car lot.
Your car lot is my car lot, and I'm going to fight to keep it that way.
No, it's mine until you pay the amount owing on these summonses. And I thought you might ignore that fact and start moving my goods and chattels.
Look, hold on, look. He's trying to raise the dough to pay off his debts, right? Now, how's he supposed to do that if you won't let him sell his gear?
That's his problem. I've changed the locks of the car lot. I must ask you to vacate these premises so that I can change the locks here.
Oh, come on, Jock, have heart.
Yeah, come on, be reasonable.
The last time we met, you were telling me to stuff your talking dolls up my pea-brosh. Now you want me to be reasonable. I'm not paid to be reasonable.
Look, you've impounded my car, you won't let me sell off any of my stock, and now you want to lock me out of my lockup. Haven't you had a good day at the office?
We are merely doing our job. There are, however, mitigating circumstances that I'm allowed to take into consideration.
Well, like what?
If you're elderly or suffering from a severe illness, my office will view your case sympathetically.
Why didn't I think of that before? It's silly, really. I should have come to you in the first place. Last time I was here, you said that if I needed funding in the short term, you'd be happy to oblige.
Indeed, I did. Now, with regard to those court orders, unfortunately, they won't accept payment by cheque.
No, that's because you bounced the last one.
Yes, quite. Do sit down, Mr. Denning.
Thank you.
Now, the sum is £2,300.70. I think we can advance you that in cash.
I think I should explain something.
Hmm?
What's the problem, Bill? Daly wants to do what? But he's already exchanged. And are you going to lend him 25,000 so he can tell us to get stuffed? Good. Look, I'll contact Guy. Can he be here at 5 o'clock? Right.
Terry?
Well, seems like Daly's well and truly in it, I grant you. But you wouldn't really expect me to break down and cry at that, would you?
Now, hold on, Taffy. I'm not asking you to put on a charity concert for him. Arthur's been stitched before, but this is different.
Why?
I'm no grass, right? So don't ask me how I found this out. But there's a bloke who works at the council offices. He's called Davis. He works for the planning department. Seems to me he's taken a very unhealthy interest in Arthur's affairs.
Oh? In what way?
Well, like chatting to his bank manager and making sure that the bank doesn't lend Arthur the 25 grand he needs.
Did you know?
Yeah, he did. And this bloke's buying Arthur out supposed to be ever so shrewd, right?
So?
Well, if he's so shrewd, how come he's willing to pay a fortune for something that's not worth a fraction of the price? Now, why would Guy Wheeler do that? I reckon he found out about Arthur's place at one of those Freemasons' knees-ups.
Why do you say that?
Well, Davis is a mason, keeps his little black case at the office. I reckon Wheeler's one of the brotherhood and all.
Where you been? I've been waiting ages.
About to see someone. How'd you get on?
Well, I was doing all right till I told him I changed my mind about selling. The news seemed to upset him. Froze me bank account again.
Oh, God.
Any messages at the Winchester?
Oh, yeah, Billy from Leeds rang twice. He's getting anxious about the shortage of dolls in Yorkshire.
I wish that was my only problem.
Well, you got any more bright ideas?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I have. Taxi! Taxi!
Hey, what? They can't all know.
Come on. I have to make the supreme sacrifice.
Oi! Where do you think you're going?
What's it got to do with you? You just drive the bus. I'll deal with the conductor.
Your pass.
What's he talking about, Terry?
He wants your pass.
What pass?
Your senior citizen's bus pass.
How dare you?
There you go, I'll have 2 40s. Sorry about that.
Ah, don't worry, mate. We get them like your dad all the time. Must be a terrible problem for you.
Yeah, well, I'll do my best to cope.
Yeah. I'll check his flies.
Pardon?
Check his flies. We get him in all sorts of conditions on here.
You look very wobbly.
You'd better sit down.
I'm beginning to feel like your runner.
Any messages?
What, apart from Billy from Leeds?
Okay.
Yeah, again. Oh, and the missus phoned Dave.
Who?
Her indoors.
Oh. What for?
She phoned from that fur shop. You know that cheque you left as a deposit?
Doing, doing, doing.
How long do they keep you waiting here?
The DHSS. People have been known to die waiting in here.
I think that one has.
Daly. Now, which of you is Arthur Daly?
I am.
And who is this?
This is my personal assistant, who is here to,
personally assist him.
There are chairs. Now, what can I do for you, Mr. Daly?
I'm planning early retirement. I'd like to apply for my government golden handshake.
You wish to retire?
Yes, with the appropriate remuneration, yes.
I find the papers in your file fascinating reading.
Thank you.
Yes, according to these notes, you owe us quite a bit. Your last national insurance payments were made in 1957.
Well, I have been preoccupied helping Britain with the export drive.
Glad to hear it. Have you studied Form NI-48, dealing with unpaid and late contributions?
Not lately, no.
Oh, here you are. I think you should also read this one on industrial injuries, and this one that covers mental breakdowns. And there are these other various leaflets and booklets you should have a look at.
Well, no doubt I'll read these in the fullness of time, but meanwhile, could you tell me what sort of lump sum I could expect to receive?
Based on the information before me, I think I am safe in saying that you probably can't afford to retire, but you certainly can't afford to die.
If you're ever offered a job as a getaway driver, turn it down. Ooh.
Are you sure this is on the up and up, Arthur?
Justine, would I con you? No, Terry's gone off somewhere with the only set of keys. Come on, open it up. Good boy. Now, let's get 200 of them dollies on board. Billy from Leeds will give you an envelope for me. Bring it straight back and I'll give you some wages. There, Justine. All right?
Oh, they sound a bit close, don't they? Hello? What have we here? If it isn't the boy wonder. Shopping early for Christmas, are we? No, I'm just doing Arthur Daly a favour. Oh, did you hear that, Mellish? He's doing Daly a favour.
Breaking and entering and stealing. Looks like 3 favours to me, Gov.
Arthur, come sort these two out, will ya?
He talks to himself as well.
Probably on some drug.
Arthur?
Are you going to come down the station without any fuss, or are you going to make my day?
Look, I told you, I'm just doing a favour for Arthur.
My son, Her Majesty's prisons are full of people who were just doing somebody a favour. Take him away, Mellish.
Arthur? What's right? Dear old Laura, I can't leave you alone for a minute, can I?
Hello, Terry. Just wanted to get the dollies up to Billy. Help raise a few quid towards the 25,000 I've got to raise.
All right, I'll give you. Come on. Help me load this lot onto Justin's van. And I'll drive them up to Leeds for you, all right?
We haven't had a chance to talk properly. I've been a guest of yours at the last two meetings.
Oh, how do you do?
Don't tell me. You're Guy Wheeler, and you're a property developer. And Tony Davies, you're a planning officer at the local council.
And what about me, then?
Oh, you're William Pierce. You're a bank manager.
Very good. Do you do card tricks as well?
I haven't finished yet. There's something else I know about you three. You're all bent.
Bent?
Don't get excited. Just thank your lucky stars that you're all members of this lodge. Now, the last thing I want is the Freemasonry being dragged through the mud. I know what you've been up to, and I think it's time we had a little chat.
No dolls on this bloody market, man. No dolls. These dolls. I'll kill him. Or I'll kill you, Arthur.
Mr. Daly and the other faithful Mr. McCann.
You said on the phone there'd been some development. Is Wheeler going to sue me for breach of contract?
He's pulled out. He's broken the contract, called off the purchase.
So that means I don't have to find the 25,000?
On the contrary, it cuts two ways, you know.
Now, do you mean that Arthur keeps his properties and the 25 grand deposit?
Yes, I do. I understand Wheeler has been strongly advised to take this course of action by his business colleagues.
Oh, nice one, Jonesy.
No, Muir's the name. I'll let you know when we receive the money.
Yeah, you do that, Sunshine.
Yeah, no, Terry.
Cheers.
Our agreement was 2% of the purchase price. I haven't sold the properties.
Well, what does that 25 grand you copped count as?
Well, that's sort of act of God.
Cobblers. If I hadn't got onto Jones, you'd still be running around like a headless chicken, trying to save your properties.
Oh, God. That's another thing. Put me in a very awkward situation with Jones.
What are you on about now?
I owe him a favour.
No, more than a favour. He should be on an earner for this.
Terence, you suggesting I should pay money to a policeman? You lost leave of your senses or something? No knowing where it might end if you wanted to buy me drinks and all that next.
Yeah, well, never mind about all that. Let's get back to how much you owe me.
The phone's ringing.
No, come on. How much?
Look, technically speaking...
Oh, don't give me all that. How much?
1,000.
All right, it's a deal. Shake on it.
I am shaking and the phone's ringing. Hello?
Arthur, it's me.
Hello, Billy. Told you I wouldn't let you down, didn't I?
Must be joking.
Oh, hey, steady,
me up
steady,
right
Billy.
proper. Those dolls...
What are you talking about?
Those dolls you sold me.
Hang on a minute,
They're not
Terry.
working
Terry, get me one of them dolls down, will you? Now, calm down, Billy. Calm down.
What's the idea, then?
You probably got a rogue doll. Well, you know, like a Friday car.
Arthur, I want my money back.
I mean, something's like fine wine, you know, they don't always travel.
I don't know what you're talking about. Japanese or something. Arthur, Arthur!
Still playing with the merchandise, I see. Now, don't tell me you're about to pay your debts. I'm a patient man, but enough is enough. I'm confiscating this entire stock of dolls. They'll be sold and the money's used to settle your debts.
If you like, I could get you another couple of hundred from Leeds. I belong to Glasgow, dear old Glasgow town. There's something the matter with Glasgow, 'cause it's going round.
Sylvia. Nice to see you. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Oh, thank you.
Nice to see you.
What's she singing that for?
Oh, I think somebody
What, requested it?
requested it, yeah. Hello.
I bet it was that sister of yours.
Yeah,
All right.
it was as it happens.
I thought so. She's got a bloody cheek.
It's a nice song.
I'm talking about coming here dressed like that. Look at her. I was told when I bought this it was an original creation. All right. Arthur said it was the only one of its kind.
Nice to see you. Done it now, but here comes another.
Where is Arthur?
The reason those watches appear to be 9 hours fast is because they were made in Yokohama. Yokohama, Billy. It's in Japan. Yeah, Billy, I'm fully conversant with the fact you are not in Yokohama. You're in Bradford. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. The point is, Billy, if you were in Japan, or Korea, or even parts of America, lumps of Canada, those watches would be spot on. No, that won't make any difference. It don't matter which one you wear them on. The whole point of these watches is they are not adjustable. Yeah, you do that. Look, I must go now. The pips are gone again, and I'm running out of smash. Ta-ra. Oh, that Billy of Bradford is such a warrior. Now, where was I?
Discussing my problem, Arthur.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Now, as I see it, these comedians are leaning on you. I bet they've even offered you a little insurance policy, eh?
Yeah, fully comprehensive one. Covers fire, burglary, vandalism and flash floods.
Flash floods?
They've got access to a second-hand fire engine.
Hooligans. Look, I'll send Terry over to see you. You fill him in with the details. He'll have a little word with him.
Thanks, Arthur. Was a time I'd have looked after it myself, but since my bypass, the doctors say I mustn't get excited. Thanks a lot.
Think nothing of it. We look after each other. Nation of shopkeepers. I discovered a window of opportunity, and I jumped straight through it. No, come on, Bert. Time for the speeches, isn't it?
Not quite. Probably like another to wet your whistle before you
speak. That's very thoughtful of you. Hey, Doreen pleased with her dress, was she?
Oh, yes. She was a bit surprised it was so popular for an original
creation. Yeah, the originals are hard to come by. I can't get enough of them. I got my speech already.
It's good of you to do it for me, Arthur. If I had to do it myself, we'd be here all
night.
No,
I think nothing of it, Bert. Your family.
Cheers.
Cheers.
No, any time, Bert. Anything you want done.
There is a little favour you could do us, Arthur.
Us?
Doreen and I. We're worried about Ray's becoming a problem.
Your boy Ray? What's he been up to?
A little bit of this, a little bit of that. He's mixing with a crowd that are a bit iffy.
Iffy?
He's a good lad at heart, but he needs a bit of guidance.
Yeah, you want me to have a word with him? Wheel him in.
Well, we'd like to do a bit more than that if you could, Arthur. We were wondering if you could give him a job.
What, you mean regular work?
Yeah. He looks up to you. He always has, but we all do. And he is family, Arthur.
Ah.
You're not stuttering.
Comes and
goes.
With all these business expansions you've been doing recently, another pair of hands could be useful.
I have got the best pair of hands in London. They belong to Terry.
I don't want a job as a minder, Arthur. Oh, he's useful, he can handle himself, but he's well educated. No, there's more to him than thumping people. No disrespect to Terry, but he's Ray's executive material.
Wheel him in.
Say hello to Arthur, Ray.
Hello, Arthur. Uncle Arthur.
Hello, Ray. You've grown a bit since the last time I saw you. What's happened to your shirt? You've been doing naughties with one of the bridesmaids?
It's traditional. It's a wedding, Uncle.
Oh, yeah? What happened to material? They ran out. Looks like a couple of curtain remnants.
Well, this is a West London original. This is the business. La crème de la crème. Où les Français inventent le chabot, les Anglais ajoutent la chemise.
Does he often go on like this, Bert?
Oh, he's got an O-level in woodwork and one in...
French?
French, yeah.
Oh, I remember that if I want any Louis XVII's chairs made. What do you want to do with your life, Ray?
I don't want to spend it nicking car radios like most of me mates. I want to get into tie-wearing activities. Be a captain of industry like you, Uncle Arthur.
Major, Ray. Major.
Right, I mean, people look up to you. I mean, they respect you. People don't take liberties with you, do they, Uncle?
Only once, Ray. Only once. I run a tightly knit team. I don't think I have room for a new lad at the moment.
All right, son. Thanks, Arthur. If you can do anything, we'd appreciate it.
Hello? Yeah. Au revoir, Pierre. How's things? But you left London yesterday. I told him to report to you this morning. Right, well, look, I'll get Terry over there tomorrow. Listen, I think I've got a firm order for that Mercedes 190. Yeah. Right. Leave it with me. Ta-ra.
Problems?
Wilf, go and get that lad back in here, will you? Can you drive?
Yeah.
I need someone to keep an eye on the lockup, do a bit of running around. Report to my North London headquarters, 9 sharp tomorrow morning. And get yourself a proper shirt. Right, come on, let's get these speeches done.
Champagne, sir?
Yeah, my dear, the dress looks lovely. Hey, hold on. Where's her indoors?
She's in the kitchen. She said she's not coming out because you've humiliated her.
What?
Well, I think it's because I look better in mine than she does in hers.
Hey, listen, I'm going to make a speech.
Yeah, well, she says she's been listening to you rehearsing that all week, and she doesn't think it'll improve even with 70 in arrears.
Family. Terry, shake a leg, my son. That bloody Johnny Bradbury's gone walkabout in Brussels. Failed to turn up at Pierre's showroom. You'll have to whip out there. And when you come back, I've got this nephew I've been lumbered with. Oh, no. I've been turned over. Raymond. Raymond. I do not expect this sort of behaviour from family. You do not break into my lockup so you can give some old scrubber a seeing to. Ray, I told your mum and dad I'd keep an eye on you.
Arthur!
And what do I find? First morning on the job, you're on the job. This is not the North London branch of the Permissive Society, you know. You get rid of this woman, I've got work to do.
But she was...
Johnny's gone missing in Brussels and Terry's vanished in London.
But, Uncle... Leave this to me. Firstly, Arthur Daly, I'm neither old nor a scrubber. Your young assistant found me outside waiting for you. I got some grit in my eye, and he very kindly broke in so I could bathe it. That's what we were doing when you burst in here like an ageing Nick Faldo.
Yes, well, as you probably gathered, I've got problems with one or two staff that I've got to attend to. So perhaps you'd like to write in and make an appointment.
Your staff problems, as you put it, is what I've come to see you about. Your tightly knit team has left you. Terry McCann and Johnny Bradbury have gone independent.
What do you know about Terry?
I'm his mother-in-law.
Dave? Dave? You're not going to believe this. After all I've done for him, after all the sacrifices I've made, do you know what he's done? He's gone bent. Gone bloody bent. He's got married. Married. And if that's not enough, he's gone into business with Johnny Bradbury. You knew about this, didn't you? You were expecting me, even. What is this, National Judas Week? I blame you for this, Dave. Who was it said give Terry a fortnight off? With pay, you said. The boy looks peaky, you said. I bet you knew just what he was up to.
Yeah, well, he did mention it, Arthur.
You knew? How could you, Dave? How could you? We're partners in this club. Whatever happened to the bonds of trust that bind comrades against adversity? Well, a partner plotting with my mind up.
Now, that reminds me, Arthur. Can you see your way clear to putting in the 25%?
Not now, Dave, not now. I'm grappling with major aggravation. This is no time to talk about money. All right, if you knew about it, you must know where he is.
Yeah, well, he did leave me an address, in case any letters came for him. I did promise not to give it to you.
Dave, I am not in the habit of communicating with my staff by letter. Will you please stop prevaricating and tell me where he is?
Hello? No, I'm sorry. Mr. Daly's not here at present. Terry? No, my name's Ray. Terry doesn't work here no more.
Terry, it's your friend Arthur. Come on, open up, let's have a talk. Oh, come on, Terry. Surely I'm worth more than this. If you've got a problem, we can sort it out. We always have done. Here, I've got something for you. Some back wages. There you are, Terry. 40 readies on the mat. Terry, how could you? How could you live in somewhere so nouveau gauche?
Who are you calling nouveau gauche?
I want to talk to Terry. I demand a right to talk to him.
You're going to have to shout.
Well, I've been doing that. Where is he? Round the back?
Australia.
Australia?
That's why I wrote to you. They suddenly found there was a flight available. There wasn't time to talk to you. You were in South London at a wedding. He didn't know where.
Here. Do you realise I've just dropped 40 quid on your mat?
I don't normally take money from strange men. But in your case, I'll make an exception. Now, piss off.
All right. What are you doing here, lad? I left you at the lock-up.
It's all right, Uncle. I locked it all up before we come over here.
We?
I've had a lot of phone calls for you. Well, then they all asked for Terry, but I told them that he didn't work for you no more. Yeah, some of your customers must be a bit deaf. I've had to repeat that bit quite a few times. Well, then Mr. Maxim and Mr. O'Shea turned up to collect their cars, and while I was searching for the keys, Tony turns up to collect that dozen video recorders.
Ugh.
You right, Uncle? Look like you've been overdoing it a bit. The amount of business you've done this morning, I'm not surprised you need more staff. Well, anyway, don't worry. Mr. Maxim and Mr. O'Shea, they got their friend Steve to drive over here. They took their cars and gave me a tenner for me trouble. Not a bad start on my first day.
I do not know any Mr. Maxon or O'Shea, and I've not sold them any cars. Also, I do not know anyone called Tony who's bought a dozen video recorders. Rats coming out of the woodwork. No sooner has word got round the manor, courtesy of you, that I am without a minder, and the vermin come out and steal my hard-earned cheese.
Well, never mind, you got me.
If it wasn't for the fact that this little lot's going to come out of your wages, I'd fire you on the spot. But as it is, by my calculation, you'll spend the next 10 years paying off that debt. You've only been with me half a day, and I'm down 2 cars and a dozen videos.
I'm sorry, Uncle. Is there anything I can do to help?
You said you can drive.
Oh, yeah, Uncle.
Stop calling me Uncle! You keep reminding me of your family, and at the moment I find that intensely depressing. All right, I've got a job for you.
Mark, you really ought to check the street. Last time something like this happened, 3 wise men on camels came out of the east. I'd hate to miss them.
Very droll, Mr. Morley, very droll.
Be fair, Daly. You must admit it's not every day of the week you come to us for help.
I'm not going to make a pernicious habit of it either. Look, all I want is my goods returned without any undue fuss. Look, there's an unconfirmed rumour flying around this manor that police investigate crime.
I'm enjoying myself so much I can't even take offence at that remark. What do you make of it, Park?
It's the first time I ever heard of Mr. Daly giving his goods away.
I didn't give them away. My lad was conned. It was a blatant case of criminal fraud.
Well, you being a world authority on the subject, I'll have to take your word for it. Why don't you face facts, Daly?
Look, what I'm facing is the loss of 2 cars and a dozen video recorders.
Right, and last week, if that had happened, what would you have done?
I certainly wouldn't have wasted time coming in here.
You'd have sent Terry round to sort it out, wouldn't you?
Precisely. Now, there isn't any Terry, is there? That's why that young lad of yours could be conned. It's the best news I've had in years. Face it, Daly, you're all washed up. Why don't you buy a retirement home in Essex, like all the other geriatric villains do?
May I remind you, you're talking to one of your employers. I pay your wages.
Of course you do. It's one of life's little ironies, isn't it? You've been paying me for years to harass you, to investigate you, and one day to nick you.
Well, before you fit me up, why don't you add us and investigate those people who are driving around in my cars and playing my videos?
I've got all the details, Mr. Daly, and if we discover anything, we'll be in touch.
Morning, yeah? Daly? Yeah, he's with me now. Yeah, I'll tell him.
You got some good news for me.
You are having a bad day, aren't you?
Hello, Uncle.
I told you not to call me Uncle. It gives me a headache. I thought you told me you could drive.
I can. I just ain't got a licence.
Don't say a dicky. Did you tell them you haven't got a licence? What'd you say, you lost it or something? Right. While you're here, don't say nothing to nobody. Particularly don't say nothing to Detective Sergeant Morley or his Oppo Park. Understand? You deliver the dresses to Morley, all right?
Yeah.
Did you get paid?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God for that. What's that? A cheque? A bloody Gregory? Don't you realise why he's called Bouncing Morrie? Oh, I wish your parents had gone in for goldfish instead of children. Then when they got tired of them, they could have flushed them down the loo.
They said what? They offered me protection. They said you was finished. They said they'd look after me.
And this was Ginger Blythe?
That's right.
He's taking diabolical liberties.
Arthur, when we became partners in this place, the last thing I thought there'd be problems with was a minder.
Yeah, I know, Dave, I know. I've already tried 3 possible replacements. 2 of them are inside, and 1 of them taking up market gardening. But look, don't worry, leave it with me. I'll sort out something.
You better add.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, Arthur.
What?
Geezer left this for you.
Oh, yeah, tar.
Arthur. Arthur! I gave him 100 quid for that.
This is an international driving licence.
Well, of course it is. He took his test in Karachi. You Quite clear about how to get to Pierre's showroom in Brussels?
No problem. I'll take a taxi from the airport.
Airport? Ray, you get a bus from here, a train from Victoria, a boat from Dover, and another train from Ostend. With you away for a couple of days and not distracting me, I might be able to find myself another minder.
You got me, Arthur. Why do you need someone else?
I need a man, Ray, not a boy. Now keep your nose clean and your mouth shut in Brussels. I'll meet you off the ferry when you get back.
There is no need to, Arthur.
Look, I'm only sending you because there's no one else. Your track record so far, it wouldn't surprise me if you come off that ferry in chains. You won't find my 2 cars and 12 videos in there.
This is very tasty, Daly.
All my cars are tasty, Mr. Morley. Haven't you heard? I'm into Europe.
Yeah, we'd heard that you offer the biggest discounts in London. DS thought we'd check it out.
Discounts against the law now, are they?
Not at all, Arthur. I entirely approve. What discount can you offer me on this car?
Do me a favour, Mr. Morley. You want to buy a car, go and see a main dealer.
Are you turning away customers, then?
No. Yes. What are people going to think they see me doing business with a police officer?
I'm in the market for one of these. What's the best discount you can give me? Cash.
Cash?
Cash.
I can get you a new one of these. Tax for 6 months, on the road, £1,000 under list price.
Can you now?
You won't find a better offer in London.
I know.
He's checked.
How soon can you get me a new one over from Brussels? In white?
I could have one on the lot for you in 48 hours.
My God, Daly, it's more to you than meets the eye.
That's been said once or twice before. Well, do you want me to put the wheels in motion? Oh, no commitment. You test drive it with Park and make up your own mind.
Right. Get one over.
Enfin, c'est terminé. Bah, c'est pas trop tôt. Hein.
C'est pour vous?
Alors ça y est, là, c'est fini, c'est sûr. Envoyez un autre. Some more coffee, Ray?
No, thanks, I'm fine.
Non, t'en fais pas, il a envoyé un autre chauffeur. Oui, bien sûr. Bah, comme d'habitude, je t'envoie en tonne. Je te dis de pas t'en faire. Ça fait 100 briques de plus, quand même. Hein. Ah ouais, dans la poche. Ouais, dans le coffre. D'accord. Vous parlez français, Monsieur Daly?
Come again?
Forgive me. I was wondering if you spoke French.
I know most of the words to Viva España, if that's any use.
There. The paperwork is now complete. The car is outside. Bon voyage, Ray.
Oh, yeah, right.
This sauce has no bite anymore. When I was a lad, you could clean pennies with this stuff. Bloody Europeans. Well, I'm glad to see you were able to get back without being arrested.
At least I got something right. Perhaps I'm not as wet behind the ears as you think I am.
Even so, I've still got a vacancy I can't fill.
I know we're not members, Dave, but surely you can serve your business partners.
One drink then, and after that, on your bike.
That's not very friendly, Dave.
Well, let's have a quick one, then we'll take this over to car lot.
You're not going to leave it on a car lot?
Yeah, of course.
Well, go on then. I'll wait with the car while you're having a drink.
Don't be daft. It's all alarmed. Nobody will nick it. Come on. Oh, sorry, Gareth. Bit past their bedtime, ain't it, Ginger?
Heads up, it's yesterday's man, Arthur Daly. Didn't think you'd have the front to show up here. Not while I'm busy selling Dave insurance.
We don't need any insurance for this club. Don't worry, Dave. Terry's on the way.
Nice try, Daly. What's he coming by? Qantas jet? He's going to have to be pretty nippy coming all the way from Sydney. Oh, you've had a run of bad luck, Daly. That Taylor's dummy with you has been giving cars and videos away, hasn't he?
I might have guessed scum like you were behind that.
500 a week, Dave. You and this old age pensioner can afford that. I can guarantee this type of aggravation will cease.
Right.
Arthur. Oh!
I don't think you met my new minder, have you? Ray Daly. His family. Before you leave, a word in your shell light. I want those cars back on the lot and those videos in the lockup 9 sharp tomorrow morning. Otherwise, Ray will call to collect them. Understood? And never, never take liberties with me again. All right? Ray, if you could avoid smashing the furniture when you're working, I'll be very grateful because I own 25% of this place. Right, Dave. Usual for me. And what are you going to have, Ray?
I'll have a St. Clement's, please, Arthur.
Well, let's see. 2 hours since that little altercation at the Winchester. Should be time enough, Ray. Come on.
Terrible misunderstanding. I went after the Raymond with the cash, but he'd gone.
No, he's like that, Maury. Here 1 minute, gone the next. You never know where he's going to turn up.
Such a versatile young man.
Yeah, versatility is his speciality. Now,
it's all there, Arthur. Please, feel free to check it.
I like my key personnel to be near at hand. I've had a word with your dad, and it's okay with him. You can have this flat.
Oh, thanks, Arthur. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, when I say have, I'm using it as a figure of speech, you understand? It'll come out of your wages.
Yeah, I've been meaning to have a word with you about that, Arthur. What wages am I going to get?
We'll discuss that when I get my cars and my videos back. Hey, what is the matter with your generation? You're obsessed with money and sex. Don't you ever think of anything else?
Yeah, rock and roll. Here, can I decorate?
Yeah, at your own expense. And there's a car on the lot you can use when you've got a valid British licence. Well, that reminds me, you owe me 100 quid for that Pakistani one. I'll take that out of your wages, too. Well, Dave, I think I can safely say that once more I have single-handedly overcome my adversities.
It looks like it, Arthur.
All the problems posed by my former staff, leaving for the land of the Whinging Pom, have been solved. Now, Dave, as a shareholder...
As a minority shareholder, Arthur.
May I make 1 or 2 observations?
May I make one? What about your share in the investment?
Dave, I'd love to. I really would. But, unfortunately, the bulk of my capital is tied up in foreign investment.
Yeah, I thought it might be.
But, Dave, I've been having 1 or 2 thoughts about increasing turnover in this place.
Oh, really?
Creme de menthe. Start serving it now. Going to be the drink of the 90s, mark my words.
I will, Arthur. Frappe, of course.
Yeah, and look, we need to have one of them heated cookery sections, you know, with a lot of French bread, bagels, all that. Stick some doppelgangers in them. You know, those things the Germans always shoving down their throats. Lob a bit of tomato sauce on, you can knock them out. £2 a throat.
Winchester Club? Oh, hello. Yes, he is. Right, I'll tell him. Friend of yours, Arthur. Detective Sergeant Morley. Wants a word with you down your car lot.
Good. Don't forget those doppelgangers.
What the hell are doppelgangers?
48 hours, that's what you said.
Yeah, I know, but look, why can't you wait till Anton gets here and does the road test? He's due here any time now.
Don't be silly, Daly. I've got the cash in my pocket. But first, I want to take it out for a spin. I don't need some Frenchman to tell me it's in working order.
All right, but drive carefully.
Allô, Pierre? Ouais, c'est Anton à l'appareil. Ou alors je t'appelle parce qu'on a un gros problème, il vient de prendre la voiture à 2 gus. Alors je les suis, je te rappelle dès que j'ai des nouvelles, ok? Quoi? It will not do. It must be rectified. What you have done is illegal.
Oh, come on, Pierre. Look, all I've done is sold a car. That's my game, isn't it? There's nothing bent about that.
There is, to borrow your phrase, something very bent about it.
Are you saying there's something hooky about these cars I've been buying from you?
Oh, mais qu'est-ce que je peux lui dire à ce mec? Je sais pas, moi, tu lui racontes l'histoire de normes. As part of common market regulations, they must be road tested by the selling agent, which is me, before being sold on.
But there's no harm done. The customer's happy, I'm happy. Sam fairly happy.
I'm not happy. I am very unhappy.
Well, I don't know why. You've been paid. I've been paid. Detective Sergeant Morley's as happy as a pig in porridge.
That car must be brought back to your car lot, so that Anton can road test it.
And what if it isn't?
You will get no more cars from me. You have my hotel number. Call me when you get the car back. Every day that your policeman friend is driving it, we are all breaking the law. I can risk being closed down because of your greed.
Greed?
Yes, greed. Allez, tirons-nous. Il faut qu'on règle ça au plus vite. On veut rien entendre, ce con.
Do you want to know what I think, Dan? Not desperately, Mr. Morley. I just want to be law-abiding. And as a police officer, you should be supporting me in that ambition.
I think you're up to something. Either you got some mug in line who paid more than I did, or you want to switch it for a lemon.
Lemon? Look, I'm a car dealer, Mr. Morley, not a greengrocer. You see EC regulations.
When you told me that, I phoned up and checked it out.
And?
It's a load of toffee.
Who said?
Ministry of Transport.
Oh, well, they don't know anything about cars, do they?
Perhaps not, but they do know about regulations.
Look, it won't take long. Pierre just wants to make sure everything's all right.
The brakes work, the lights work, the horn works, the windscreen wipers work. I realise this must come as one hell of a shock to you, Daly, after all these years of selling lemons. You have finally sold a car that is in perfect working order.
Cigar lighter?
Cup of tea, Arthur?
No thanks.
Oh, what's up?
Oh, just a little problem I've been having with Pierre.
Tell me about it.
No, nothing you can do about it, Ray. Thanks all the same.
Is it to do with the wheels I brought over from Brussels?
Yeah. Pierre always insists on them being road tested as soon as they get over here. Bloody Morley refuses. So Pierre's got the dead needle. He says no road test, no more discounted cars. Can you believe it?
Are you saying that you don't know what Pierre's up to? I need to talk to you somewhere private.
Well, this is private.
No, outside. I don't want me old man hearing what I have to say to you. Dad, I won't be a minute. Arthur and I have got something to sort out.
Right.
Look, unless Bert's got hearing like a bat, this should do. What do you want to tell
Level with me, Arthur. Are you telling me that you and Pierre are not working this scam together?
What, you mean the cars?
I mean what gets carried across from Brussels that's hidden in them.
I don't know what you're talking about, son.
Well, whatever it is, I thought you was in on it. That's the only reason I bought the car back. I thought if Arthur's moving gear, then it's up to him.
Gear? What gear?
While I was waiting for Pierre to do the paperwork, he had a phone call. Geezer on the other end sounded anxious, double anxious.
What about?
About your motor. It was obviously someone who was in on the racket with Pierre.
Yeah, racket, look, Ray, what are you talking about?
Pierre said to whoever it was that there was no need to worry, that you'd sent another driver over. He told him that they would follow the usual procedure and that he would send Anton over here. That it was worth 100 grand.
100 grand? What are they smuggling in my cars? Gold bars?
I don't know. But my guess would be dope.
Dope?
Yeah, probably cannabis. I mean, Brussels is one of the centres for moving here.
You seem very well informed.
I read the right newspapers. Doesn't mean because you think I wear funny shirts that I'm totally green, Arthur. I mean, all that pep talk you give me before I went out there. Keep your mouth shut. Don't get yourself arrested on a ferry. I thought you was in on it.
Are you telling me that that bloody Brussels sprout has been using my vehicles to smuggle cannabis into England?
Well, it's only a guess. I had a good look over the car on the ferry, but I couldn't see anything.
And of course they have to be road tested by him when they get here, don't they? That's when he's been lifting the stuff. He's had me for a right mug, Ray. No wonder the cars were so cheap. He could afford to give them away.
Right.
This is out of order, Ray. Well up. Detective Sergeant Morley is driving around in that car with 100 grand's worth of drugs somewhere in it. Ray, this is what we're going to do. That's it, buddy. Go on.
Whatever he's got hidden in it, Arthur, it's well hidden. I mean, we've been all over it.
Yeah, perhaps you made a mistake, Ray. Perhaps you misheard.
No, Arthur, there's nothing wrong with my French. Oh, come on, let's go and sort out Pierre and his tame gorilla.
No, Ray. I have a feeling they don't recognise the Marquis of Queensberry rules. Not even your version. No, come on, let's get this car back before Morley discovers it's not there. Go on, put it together again.
Have you told the yard?
Yes, Sarge.
Told all our own patrols?
Yes, Sarge.
Mind if I get permission to throw out some roadblocks over West London?
It's only a stolen car, Sarge. We're not looking for the crown jewels.
My crown jewels. Park is my crown jewels. If I had my way, I'd call in the SAS. There it is! There it is!
Where?
Get out of the bloody way!
Come on, move! Control, park here!
You're breaking up.
In pursuit of White.
Oh, my God. Go for it, Raymond.
Who is this? Get out of the bloody way!
Hello, Mr. Morley. Out for a drive?
Did you...
Hey, mind the threat.
Did you see us? Did you hear us?
Oh, sorry, I was listening to the radio. Did you want to get by?
You'd gone any slower, I could have done you for illegal parking.
It's been seen, Sarge.
like the back of my hand.
Everything all right, Mr. Morley?
What are you doing here?
Just passing.
Less than an hour ago, that motor was nicked from right outside this house. My house.
No, you must have imagined it. Sitting there as good as gold. You've been overdoing it. You should take a break, Mr. Morley. Have a motoring holiday. Now, my son, where have you got to?
Keep your eyes on the road, Arthur, and keep going. Just keep going.
Arthur, I accept that you have attempted to persuade that man Morley. I only stress you must try harder. Much harder. My business is on the line. So is yours.
Pierre?
Just bring the car back. And it's, how do you say, in the bag. I am relying on you, Arthur. Both. Anton and I are relying on you.
Well, I don't know what you're looking so happy about. I reckon that Anton was measuring me up for concrete trainers.
Dans la poche.
Oh, no, keep it English, please, Ray.
No, that's what he said on the phone in Brussels, in the bag. Then he corrected himself, made a joke of it, and said, of course, in the boot.
Well, we looked there. There was nothing. Just a spare wheel. The spare wheel. God, how obvious.
Simple. All they'd do on these road tests is switch the wheel for an ordinary one.
We got to get Morley's car again. Either nick it or the wheel so that we can check it.
Yeah, well, how are we going to do that? He'd be prepared after the last time. He's probably got security guards standing over the thing.
I think I know a place where we can get at it. But first, we've got to pick up another wheel so we can switch them.
Oh, I'm ready for a little watch. Coming over the road, Colin? Good night. All right, I'll join you. I've got to go to the hole in the wall. Cheers. See ya.
I think you better come with me, sunshine.
You see, Mr. Morley, it's all part of my unique after-sales service. We were worried about the tread on the spare. I mean, it should be brand new, of course. But I don't mind telling you, I've had one or two dodgy moments with these imports. And you will not believe this, but some people actually put a really old, knackered spare in the...
Knife. Hammer.
Yeah, I must point out, any willful damage nullifies the warranty.
Cannabis. This is probably the happiest day of my life. You two are going to be put away. Not for a year or two, but forever.
Before you do anything hasty, I would like to say something.
Oh, of course you would.
Stop me if I go too fast for you, Mr. Park. All I wish to point out is that when you discovered the cannabis resin, you were the legal owner of the car and all its contents.
Only because you sold me the bloody thing, Daly. You won't get away with anything by pulling that stroke.
Mr. Morley, give me a chance. Although it goes against the grain, I'm trying to help you. It obviously hasn't occurred to you that someone sold it to me.
That's why your man in Brussels was so insistent on giving it a road test.
You ought to go on mastermind.
Ray.
Look, he doesn't move drugs and I've never touched them. Blimey, I hardly ever touch alcohol.
Ray! Look, Mr. Morley, although it's dead against my philosophy to assist the police with their inquiries, in this case, I'm prepared to make an exception. You won't keep it long, Pierre, will you? The owner is like a little boy with a new toy. I promised him you'd bring it back within the hour.
No problem, Arthur. It's in the bag. Right.
Those doppelgangers moving all right, Dave?
Oh, the bangers, yeah, very nicely, Arthur.
No, son, you see, there are nice little earners and nasty big earners. I run a clean business. No drugs. Let's have another one, Dave.
Right.
I'm a traditionalist. A large one.
Right.
No drugs.
Just nicotine and alcohol.
Absolutely. I mean, you've got to have some standards, haven't you?
All nicely sewn up, Arthur. I'm very grateful for your help. I'd like to buy you a drink.
Oh, thanks. I'll have a St. Clement's.
Mr. Morley, if you really are grateful, I'd be obliged if you keep my involvement strictly between ourselves. And I mean strictly.
As you like. Just means I'll have to take all the credit myself.
Oh, what a terrible burden.
So, what about a drink, then?
No. Out of the question. I have to be very careful who I'm seen drinking with. I have a reputation to think of.
Now, what do you think?
Give me time, Herbie, give me time. These things must not be rushed.
Now, they're both good, aren't they?
Very good, Herbie, very good. I particularly like this one. It's a nice, light, crisp quality and a very good aroma.
I knew I could rely on the Daily Hooter. Now, that, as you say, is a perfectly serviceable, pleasant little wine, is in fact a Premier Cru Chardonnay from Gervais.
Is it really? You know, I think in Chardonnay all the time.
Whereas this, as you spotted, is the infinitely superior wine. Look at that colour.
Good, responsive tone. Beautiful bouquet.
Hazard a guess where it's from?
Oh, well, let's see. That's, down Dordogne way?
No.
Further south?
Further north.
North? Oh, that must be,
Herne Bay.
Get away.
Arthur, this little number, which you admit knocks spots off a Premier Cru Chardonnay, I picked up last year. Pressed and bottled by the Brothers of Blessed Biddulph. Small monastic order, nestling off the A2.
That is impossible. You cannot get British wine of that quality. We ain't got the grapes.
Nevertheless, as Blessed Biddulph is my witness, that's true. Furthermore, Arthur, this cost me a third of the price of the Chardonnay. None of the transport overheads.
So you'll be buying again this year?
I've done so already. Anyone wishing to make a modest investment would double their outlay in a matter of weeks.
An overturned lorry on the M4 at junction.
So which they say your name was?
Raimondo.
No.
Sì, Raimondo. I'm from Barcelona.
What's your second name?
Stop messing about. To camera, please. Good.
I don't know, though. See, I rarely dabble in the wine market. I'm not sure I've still got my contacts.
Leave that to me. Mind your head. It so happens later in the week I'm organising the tasting of a little Rioja.
A little Rioja?
Introduce you to one or two useful people.
All right. Is that it, then?
It hurt, did it?
No, I quite enjoyed it.
You know, you could be quite good at this. I might see if I can't get your part built up a bit.
Listen, I don't mind helping you out when you was let down, but I don't want to spend the rest of my life as a cartoon character.
Grow up, Ray. The money's good, and you're not exactly overworked at the moment, are you? Night, Ray.
Right, see you later.
Night, Ray.
Night.
Yeah.
Yeah, see you later. Yeah, mind you, I could get used to it.
All right, Herbie. I think I can see my way to investing in the Blessed Brothers wine. But, how much are we talking about here?
Excuse me. 150 cases.
You talked me into it. So all you do is sit around with a load of birds.
That's right.
And they pay you for it.
£10.50, Dave.
It's outrageous. Yeah, how you fix this afternoon, Ray? I could do it, and I'm expecting a delivery.
Sorry, Dave, no can do, mate. Arthur's already booked me. We nip it up to Willesden.
What for?
I don't know, something to do with grapes.
Grapes? He's not moving into fruit and veg, is he?
Fine wines, Dave, fine wines. You see before you the next Mr. Matthias Rosé, only British.
British? British wine's rubbish, isn't it? We ain't got a climate for it.
I'm disappointed in you, Dave. You obviously have no grasp of the ecological changes that are sweeping this planet even as we speak.
Eco what?
Have you ever heard of the greenhouse effect? So, by the end of this century, the whole of England will be enjoying a continental climate. And what is that going to mean to the wine growers of Kent?
They'll be under 6 feet of water when the polar ice cap melts.
Ill-informed scaremongering, Ray.
But what is going to happen to him?
The whole of the south will become the new Riviera. Wall-to-wall vineyards. Anyone in grapes will clean up.
I can see it all now. Me, in 2 years' time, straw hat, feet up on the patio of my whitewashed villa in Hastings, listening to the peaceful sloshing of the treaders crushing the grapes. And her indoors decanting a bottle of my very own.
You're actually looking forward to global warming, aren't you? Arthur, it's serious.
Tell that to the Eskimos, Ray. You can turn anything to your advantage if you're in on the ground floor and well blessed in the upper stories. Go on, in you go.
It's all yours, Arthur.
Raymond. Full price, as agreed. We will, of course, require the customary receipt.
Of course. Let's go in the office, shall we?
Right. Oh, and we'll take a sample case for any potential customers who want to try it.
Yes, right. Well, you make yourselves comfy. I'll fetch you one.
Right.
Here we are, Arthur.
That is not a bad drop of stuff, Arthur.
Told you so.
What's up?
I've got a sensitive tooth.
Getting old, Arthur.
Thank you, Dave.
I'm going to shoot. See you in the morning, yeah?
Yeah, ta-ra. The lock-up.
Right.
I must go too, Dave. It's my wedding anniversary. Her indoors is making a celebration meal, and I've got to pick up her present from a bloke in Acton.
Yeah. Why not take her over a bottle of this here St. Biddulph's? See if she reckons it.
Yeah, all right.
One for the road.
Go on, then. Give me a brandy. For me tooth, medicinal, of course.
What are you doing here?
I'm on my way home. Do you want to do a job for me in the morning? I need someone to drive my gear down to a location at 10 o'clock. It's cash in hand.
As long as I'm free by 12.
Great.
Come on.
What are you doing?
You can buy me a bag of chips.
I haven't done this for ages. I'm more of a trattoria girl these days.
Oh, you can't beat a nice bit of rock and chips.
I'd forgotten how good they taste. What does he do, your uncle?
He has a lot of business interests.
And what do you do for him?
Bit of this, bit of that.
Doesn't sound like much of a career.
I do all right. Yeah, why are you on my case?
I'd like to see you get on. I mean, even when we was at school, you had a bit of style. Don't want to see it wasted.
I ain't no waste about it.
I mean it about the modelling. Think about it, serious. Well, I must get my beauty sleep.
Yeah. You must sleep an awful lot.
I just remember why I stopped fish suppers. It makes a bloke smell like an old skate. Bye. See you later.
Morning. And how was your anniversary dinner last night?
Don't ask.
That good, eh? Shall I get you some liver salts?
The agony I am suffering has nothing to do with my stomach. My misery is entirely of an oral nature.
You haven't been fighting with Auntie, have you? Not on your anniversary.
Her indoors? I wouldn't dare. No, I bit into a piece of what was meant to be mouth-watering rump steak, only to discover our flaming butcher hadn't boned it properly.
You're joking.
I've been in torment since 7:30 last night. Ruined the whole evening.
Let's have a look.
Do you mind? Man's mouth is a private affair between him and his dental surgeon.
You've probably exposed a nerve.
Yeah, probably. What you doing with that?
I'm taking you to the dentist.
Oh, no, don't let's do anything hasty, Ray.
Arthur, if you
Look,
crack
it'll probably
the pot,
heal
you've
up
got to
on
get it
its
seen
own. He's
right
feeling
away.
better
He's got-
already. Look,
Arthur, look, dentist, follow me.
OK, thank you, Mrs. Johnson.
OK, right, thanks very much. Come on then.
Can I book an appointment for Mr. Daly, please?
No, I can see your chocker. We'll come back another time.
It's me uncle here. He's in agony.
Well, if it's an emergency, the dentist will see you straight away.
Oh, no, I don't want to jump any queues.
Take a seat. Miss Fuller won't keep you long.
Thanks very much.
Miss? That settles it. Women don't make good dentists. They haven't got the build for pulling teeth.
Arthur, calm down. Read a magazine. Oh, God, I'm supposed to be at Glorious for that shoot.
Oh, well, don't let me keep you. Go on, off you go.
No.
Go on.
No, your tooth's far more important. I'll bill her later.
Mr. Daly, I'm ready now, if you'd like to come through. Now, what seems to be the trouble?
Well, I had a little twinge of pain earlier, but he seems to have cleared up now.
He's broken a tooth.
Let's have a look. I think you'd be more comfortable in the chair. Okay. Open wide. Oh, yes. I can see the problem.
Is it safe?
I'm sorry?
Marathon man. It's a little joke.
Yes. Would you like to wait outside?
Will it have to come out?
No, not at all. I'll just kill the nerve, file it down, and then build you a new crown.
I don't want you to think I'm squeamish, but I do have a very low pain threshold.
I can give you a general anaesthetic if you like.
Oh, yes, make it a large one.
Very well, Mr. Daly, but I must warn you that with a general anaesthetic, you'll feel very woozy afterwards.
Your woozy I can handle. It's agony I'm worried about.
You're the most attractive dentist I've ever seen.
Really?
Perhaps you'd like to look over my wisdom teeth.
You'd have to lose the milk teeth first.
Raymond, will you leave it out over there? I'm being filed and crowned here. Don't upset her.
Right, Mr. Daly, if you'd just like to take your jacket off and roll up your sleeve.
That's not a jag.
Look, you can't leave people in this state. Why don't I give them a ring and cancel, eh?
I never felt better in my life, Ray.
Oh, get the door.
Thank you, Squire. How much do we owe you?
Arthur, we haven't been anywhere yet.
Oh.
Arthur, I thought you weren't going to make it.
For acres of tar, the ship was lost.
What? See the geese from the Terry Thomas outfit? That's Parnham. He's owner of the Excelsior Hotel. He's your main marketing stick. Mr. Parnham, excuse me, this is Mr. Arthur Daly I was telling you about. Mr. Daly's...
Managing Director of Bulldog Wines Limited. So glad you could come.
Oh, Mr. Daly, delighted to meet you. Bulldog Wines, I can't quite seem to place that.
Wait till you taste this year's vintage. Put air on a billboard. You ever visited my vineyards?
No, actually.
Oh, you'll love them. Run by brothers. Not my brothers. Monk brothers. Oh, is that the buffet? I'm starving.
Arthur, excuse me. He's a little eccentric. Ray, just, what's the matter with Arthur?
He's been to the dentist. They gave him a shot of the old happy juice.
He's smashed.
He'll be fine.
Nice wine, isn't it, eh? We'll go to Spain next year.
Did you speak to the drunken man with the speech impediment who tried to sell me a second-hand car? It was extraordinary.
When he wakes up, you can tell him that after that little performance,
Oh, no.
Parnham won't touch his gear with a barge pole!
Uncle Arthur. Wakey, wakey. The man from Del Monte. He say no.
Yeah, granted, Herbie, I was a bit odd, but couldn't you explain I was under medication? Look, if you could arrange another meeting with, what's his name? Yeah, I'm sure I could set him straight.
I had to take my uncle to the dentist.
Ray, we're not at school anymore. That was an important shoot for me. The boss was giving me a tryout, and because of you, it was a complete shambles. If you agree to do something, you do it. End of story.
I said I was sorry.
I was not drunk. The reaction to
Well, as it happens, he's given me another chance at the weekend. But I don't know if I can take the risk with you now. It's a night shoot too, double bubble.
Give us another chance. I promise I won't let you down.
You do, Ray Daly, and I will rip your head off.
Perhaps we could have dinner afterwards.
It's a night shoot.
Breakfast?
I am now the proud owner of a British wine lake and no takers.
And you must be Uncle Arthur. How's your teeth?
Fine, thank you, miss. Ray, word.
And I'll see you Friday, 9 o'clock.
I'll be there.
So, what you gonna do then, Arthur?
Bung us a bottle of some Bidoffs. Huh? Yeah, no, I don't want them. I'm not going to drink it. It's for a sample. Ray, my son, you and me are going to hit the major retail outfits, supermarkets.
Right.
So you're gonna punt it about a bit, are you?
And tomorrow, I'm going to arrange a tasting here. So bell your landlord friends and get them over. What this wine needs is an official launch.
Well, you better get that wine shipped over here from Collins' warehouse. I mean, if you're gonna have a launch, you'll need your wine on tap for cash customers.
Good idea, Dave. Take the van. Bring the bottle. Follow me.
This is a major retail outfit.
These are the outlets of the 90s, Ray. 3 years ago, all they had was a corner shop. Look at it now. Sundrop Food Emporium. And another one planned just round the corner.
You know best, Arthur.
No, there's Artie now. Artie? Theo?
Bloody hell, it's Arthur Daly. Hey, Theo, if I look like buying anything from him, kick me. Arthur! Hey, long time no see, how are you?
Never better, Artemis. This is my nephew and personal assistant, Raymond.
Pleasure.
You got a minute?
Oh, yeah, sure. Hey, taking a tip from the Greeks, I see, yeah? Keeping it in the family?
Oh, yeah. Got a bottle.
Hey,
I thought daylight brought you out in a rash, Dave.
Detective Constable Parker.
Not bad, Arthur. Very nice wine.
As tasty a drop of vino as ever came out of a grape.
Now, what's all this leading up to?
A few cases of that on your shelves, you'll have the whole of Acton beating a path to your door.
We've never cut it British. How much Touch of crumb. Have a glass of wine, Theo. How much?
How about 30 quid a case?
How about 25 and a by bulk?
Our bulk is bulk.
20 cases.
Make it 25 for around 600.
Done.
In advance.
Half up front, the balance when you deliver.
You're taking the bread out of my mouth. 300 it is.
And that's only because I trust you.
Don't gulp it, Theo.
So the purpose of your visit was to buy a few bottles of Liebfrau milk?
That's right.
A lot of Germans in last week.
Not that ladies' night.
Not picking up a few dodgy air conditioning units by any chance?
Why should I do that?
For Arthur Daly?
No. Just to leave from milk.
Yeah, we can forget it. Collins has just been arrested. The whole place is sealed up till we've made a complete inventory.
So on your bike, Dave.
Herbie nicked. Are you sure? Afraid so, Arthur. Oh, my God. Give me a large one. I feel faint. Yeah, that warehouse of his, it's a regular Aladdin's cave of hot gear. This is a nightmare. I've sold 25 cases and I can't get my hands on them. Who to?
Artie the Greek.
Artie. Marlowe. You don't want to muck him about.
Not another word, Arthur. It could happen to anyone.
I'm very glad you take the broad view, Artie. And I assure you, as soon as we can lay our hands on your wine, we'll whip it over to you.
Very kind, Arthur. I'll await your phone call.
Well, that was fairly painless.
It's not that simple, Ray. The politer he is, the nastier his brain is working.
Oh, dear, look at that. Oh, Theo's a shocking driver.
Where is he?
Don't know, mate. Oh, it looks like you're stuck here for the time being. I'll tell you what, when he shows up, I'll ask him to move it. Oh, and you can collect the car when you deliver my wine.
Hold on a minute.
You don't want to leave it too long. The kids around here are terrible vandals.
Arthur, we could get arrested.
What for? You can't burglarise your own goods.
Talking about breaking and entering.
This is a repossession job. It's all perfectly legal.
Yeah, from the top floor.
Oh, stop moaning. Go on, do it properly. Go on, give it hard one. Go on. Go on, now pull your side. That's it. There's a lift.
Follow me.
Oh, what's that? Oh, what the hell is that? Oh, shine that torch here. Oh.
It's a winch.
I can see it's a winch. Oh, you'll have me foot off. Here, do you know how to work it? It'll save you humping the boxes down in the lift.
I don't think so. It's petrol-driven, Arthur. Start that monster up and dangle it out the window and every roser in the manor would be swarming all over us.
Pity. Well, come on, let's get on with it. We don't want to be here all night. Wine's over there, next to the deep fat fryers.
Yeah, I can't shift this lot on my own.
Oh, have some consideration. You know me and my back.
No.
I'm a martyr to it. I can't lift boxes. I've got a bad foot as well now. I think you'll find it quicker if you take them two at a time, Ray.
Why didn't I think of that?
And take them down in batches of 10. We don't want to strain the lift.
Yeah, God forbid we should do that, Arthur.
Now, don't be sarky. This is quite exciting, isn't it? Ray,
haven't got a match on you, have you? I seem to have mislaid my lighter. It's only a joke. Come on, Ray. Last two. Don't flag now.
You'd have to give us a hand getting this light in the van, Arthur. I've had it.
Well, a strapping lad like you. You've only got this lot to load, and that's it.
Yeah, what's happening?
Yes, it's okay. No, it isn't actually. It's a medium.
Oh, it's a medium, that's right, yes.
You better get uncorking, Ray. It's filling up nicely.
Yeah, you clocked who's just walked through the door.
Who?
That plummy bloke you was coating off at Herbie's, dude.
Parnham?
Yeah, that's him.
Has he shown up? Marvellous.
All right, Dave.
Right. Got the glasses here.
Yeah. Is there something wrong with these bottles?
What's the matter?
I just tried to open one and the cork slipped down the neck into the wine, look.
Hey, look, the cork's too small, isn't it? Try another.
Anyway, I think it's...
It's happened again.
Yeah, well, never mind. Look, hold the cork in with your finger and then pour it out. Don't let the punters see that. That's right. There you go. Mr. Parnham, we meet again. So glad you can make it to our little soiree.
I hope you're not under medication again, Daly.
No. Completely recovered, I'm delighted to say. Can I get you a drink?
Tonic water, please. I must preserve my palate, as you're well aware.
Oh, yes, of course. Yeah, Dave, 2 tonic waters, please. Yeah, Dave, easy on the tonic in mine. Well, if you'll excuse me, I'll go and get things started. Ladies and gentlemen, as the proprietor of Bulldog Wines, PLC, I would like to welcome you all to the annual launch of the St Bidulph's Nouveau. It's very nice to see old friends here who've obviously been to our previous tastings, but I'm particularly delighted to see a few new faces who have yet to experience the unique quality of this superb British wine. Now, without further ado, I'd like to call on Mr. Parnham, one of our leading hoteliers, to kick off for us by sampling this year's crop. I'll give you Mr. Parnham. Mr. Parnham.
Mr. Daly, can I have a private word, please? This wine is corked.
Well, of course it is. Otherwise it'll all fall out of bottles.
Oh, dear. You seem to have a contaminated batch.
Contaminated? But this is Britain's finest.
It may have been once, but it's badly oxidized.
Oxy what?
Exposed to the air for several weeks by the taste of it.
$1,800 bottles of vinegar. I mean, if you can't trust a monk, who can you trust?
It's It's got nothing to do with monks, Arthur. Look.
I don't get it.
Oh, it's simple. This sample case is 1990. The rest of the stuff you bought is 1991.
Well, then that wine should be fresher.
This is all down to Herbie Collins. He knew it was rubbish. He stitched me up.
It's a real pity you're taking it out of Collins's warehouse. You've got no legal comeback now.
Well, what comeback would he have had?
Well, through the courts. If the wine was still in the warehouse, Arthur would still have his legal rights intact. No. No way, Arthur.
I wish I hadn't bought such a large chain.
I've got to be out of here by 9. Got a modelling job to do.
I've told you before, that's no job for a grown man.
I suppose I'm better off being a burglar.
Come on, get on with it. The sooner we're in, the sooner we're out. Go on, that's it. Go on, pull your...
I've got an hour, then I'm off. How's your back?
Oh, murder.
Thought it might be. Come on, let's get on with it.
Now, listen, same as before. 2 at a time and loads of 10 in the lift.
3 at a time and stuff the lift.
Have you noticed, Ray?
What?
How peaceful an empty warehouse can be.
Oddly enough, Arthur, no, I haven't. I've got to take a break.
Only one more load to go. Think of the good this is doing your muscles. Very good for modelling.
Oh, God, look at the time. She's going to kill me. Come on.
First thing in the morning, I'll be onto my brief and start proceedings to retrieve my investment. If there's one thing I cannot abide, Ray, it's a tea leaf. You've done very well, my son. Show great initiative.
Thanks very much, Arthur.
Give that box a smack, Ray. No. You have to have the knack.
Oh, yeah, I can see that. What do we do now?
Well, we open the gates, climb out, and walk down the stairs.
What do we do now?
We stop saying, what do we do now? Lesson in crisis management, Ray. Keep calm and review your options.
Well?
Give me some money. Coins, Ray. An elementary grasp of electrics, and you would realize this is a simple problem, easily solved. Ugh. One setback and you go to pieces. How would you have fared in the Blitz? Bombs raining down from the Lufthansa.
Mum said you spent the war in Carlisle.
I cannot counter your mother's slurs. There are still tales from the war that cannot be told. There we are. Now let's have a look. Red, green, black. What's this blue one?
You sure you know what you're doing?
Yeah, this wire's come out. There you are.
Arthur?
Ray. Ray.
We can't sit here all night. Perhaps we better start shouting.
Nah. There's no one likely to be around here apart from the old Bill, and you don't want to track them. Hey, maybe I can get out and fix the electric.
How? We're caged in.
Don't you ever watch the movies?
Well, how are you going to get up there?
Hey, Arthur, I've done it.
Get on with it. You're breaking my back. Oh, the indignity of it all.
Hey, it's well spooky up here. You all right down there, Arthur?
Oh, I think you've put my hip out.
I'm climbing up to the next floor.
Right. You know, there's a 2-year waiting list for replacement hips. You know what I said?
What's up? What's the matter?
I'm gonna have to go right to the top.
You be careful, son. Ray!
I made it! Oh, God. I've ruined my best friends. Where's the fuse box?
Try the ground floor.
Right. You hang on there.
Where does he think I'm going to go?
No.
I cannot understand what I've done to deserve this, Lord. But I am truly sorry.
And if you need a reference, ask some Biddulph.
Oh, you frightened the life out of me.
Well, the electric's beyond repair. Unless you've got a spool of 30-amp fuse wire about you.
I got this.
Don't be ridiculous, Arthur. Here, hold on.
Ray!
What?
Ray, you will get me out of this, won't you?
What do you think?
You're a good boy.
Ray? It's all right. I'm coming down.
Ray Daly? No, he ain't, I'm afraid.
He was meant to be here hours ago. If he gets in, get him to get his carcass over here straight away.
Where are you? Right, I'll tell him. Bye.
Arthur, you've got to get yourself up here. Now, give me your hands.
I can't get up there, man of my years.
You've got to.
Well, even if I could, how am I going to get up that shaft? I'm not a mountaineer.
Arthur, haven't you seen the Poseidon adventure? You've got to trust me. I'm going to winch you up. Now, give me your hands.
Winch? No. My feet leave the ground, I come over all funny.
You want to wait here for the police to find you on Monday morning?
Oh. All right. Let me see if I can get a toe hold on the gate.
OK.
Ready?
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Grab me wrists.
Wait a minute. Hang on.
All right. Yeah. That's it.
All
right.
Oh.
Well, get a toe hold, then.
I've got a toe hold.
Brace yourself.
Oh. Can you lift my shoulder?
Oh, don't put your hand there.
Oh, my life flashed before me then. Oh, dear.
Right, Arthur. Sit on it.
I'll wake up in a minute and find a lovely breakfast waiting for me.
£4.60, Gav. Thanks very much indeed. Ta-ra.
Can you stop it spinning, Ray?
You ready?
What's going on here, then?
Hello, officer.
Good evening. Can I ask what you're doing?
Just resting.
Resting?
Well, I was driving along, see, I felt a bit sleepy, so I thought I'd better park here and stretch my legs.
Ray?
What now?
The Poseidon Adventure. Wasn't that a film where Shelley Winters fell 50 foot under a spike?
Thank you, sir. Now keep the window wound down and take it carefully.
Of course, officer. Good night.
I'm not enjoying this, Ray. Ray!
Come on! What you doing? It's all right. Come on. I don't believe it. Come on. Oh, no, not now. No.
Ray!
It's all right, Arthur. We've just run out of petrol.
Oh, my sainted aunt. What else can go wrong?
No, it's all right. Honestly, it's all right. There's a spare can in the van. I'll go and get it.
Arthur, I've got some bad news. Someone's just nicked the van.
What time is he going to get here? What time is it now? Just wait. We've been waiting for ages.
Okay, it's a wrap.
Thank God for that.
Sorry, everyone.
Oh, yeah. Right, sure, it's freezing. Have you got your bags? Yeah.
I'll kill you for this, Ray Daly.
Right! Oh, no, it's no use.
Ray,
Yeah?
I'm hungry.
Hang on. I think I've got a chocolate bar.
Is it milk or plain?
I'll pass it down.
Got it.
You keep your pecker up. We'll have you out of there soon.
Oh!
What's the matter? You all right?
I just swallowed my new tooth.
Hey, Gov. Two of the uniform lads said they were up by Herbie Collins's warehouse at first light.
Oh, yeah?
And who should be up there but a bloke whose description matches Dave from the Winchester?
Seeking the first hock of the day, was he?
Nah, the lad said he was in an old banger. So they ran the registration through the computer, and guess whose name turned up?
Daly.
The very same.
Get your coat.
It's times like this that bring it home to you. There, but for the grace of God and all that. There you are, bowling along, happily, thinking everything's all right. Then bang, you get it in the back of the neck. Funny old game, fate. All ordained, you know, in the great scheme of things. Mapped out even before I was born. So why the great architect should want me stuck halfway up the lift shaft in Willesden escapes me. Works in mysterious ways, you see. All over the world, there's probably hundreds of blokes in the same predicament. It's a comforting thought, that one is not alone in one's suffering.
It's no good, Arthur. I'm gonna have to leave you for a bit. Go and get help.
Don't be long, Ray. I can't hang on here much longer. What a way to go.
Check the back.
Raymond, what's going on? Oh, my God.
Arthur Daly, what do you think you're up to?
Just came to see Mr. Collins.
Well, at this time in the morning.
Well, you're looking after some merchandise for me.
Right, Daly. You're nicked.
Don't let go. Don't let go.
Pull that tension.
Pick it up.
Get him up.
Get in your hand.
Put him up. Easy, easy. Hold on. Swing it.
Come on.
Stop.
I've got him here.
Sarge, can you come over here a minute?
Get him.
Let that arm go.
I've got his hand. Come on then. Put him up.
Well, what's missing? Well, that's just it, Sarge. I've checked it 3 times now, and there's an extra 149 cases of wine, 1 damaged.
Are you telling me there's nothing missing? And there's an extra 149 cases?
Yeah. But we've still got him, though. Because I found this hacksaw behind some cases.
A hacksaw? You think I'm going to get up in front of some judge and say Arthur Daly broke into a warehouse and put stuff in? I think I'm bonkers.
What are we going to do, then?
Get him out. That's it. It's all right. It's okay. Who is he? I'll drive it. Sit.
All right, you two. Clear off.
I mean, we can go.
Daly, what merchandise was Collins looking after for your uncle?
British wine, St Bidulph's.
White wine, was it?
Yeah.
Well, that's bad news, old son. Looks like Collins has stitched you up. There's nothing of that description on this list. He's had it away, obviously.
But they're there. You're sitting on them.
How can they be? Unless some tow rag broke into the building during the night and put them there. It's not very likely, is it?
Yeah, but you...
Raymond, I just remembered. I put it somewhere else. Come on.
Lucky.
So what are we going to do with his wine, then?
Are you going to let them get away with that?
It's called cutting your losses, Ray. And they haven't tasted it yet.
You must be down £1.5 grand. Not to mention an impounded jag.
Don't twist the knife.
And I'm down 300.
300? What for?
My fee for last night's shoot.
Is that how much they pay you?
Even more sometimes.
What you need, my son, is a manager. You put yourself in...
War in Germany and Japan?
No, only in the marketplace, Ray. Well, that flag is a symbol of our fight against my personal recession.
I better move these foreign cars off the front road, then.
Yeah, too right. Hey, Ray, years ago, Sailor Heath used to say, export or die. Now it's a case of sell to keep well. You get all the foreign ones over the back, all the British ones down the front. Billy, I've just got hold of a brand new range. And you have been nominated to have first crack at them. Yeah. They'll be smashing down the doors of your Georgian pied-à-terre to get at them. Yeah. Hey, hold on a minute, Billy, will you? Hang on. Ray, I'm still not sure about them Japaneses. Let's compromise. Stick 'em in the middle. Sorry, Billy, you there? Yeah, look, I don't want to go into details on the phone. Well, you know what walls have, Billy? No, not sausages. Ears, Billy, ears. Look, I have to constantly be on my guard against industrial espionage. But you must know that all calls from London to Bradford are routed through Milan. Yeah, one indiscreet word on the blower, and the whole of downtown Europe will be flooded with cheap impersonations.
Can I help you, sir? Yes, I'd like to speak to Mr. Arthur Daly, please. Yeah.
Right, as soon as you can, Billy. Treat yourself to a Pullman. I can recommend the Kippers. Yeah, get up.
Gentleman outside asking for you, Arthur.
There you are, Ray. Union Jack's only been flying 5 minutes and they're already flocking. I see you're admiring my flagpole. Probably an old soldier like myself. Queen and country, eh? Of course, I've nothing against the common market per se, but at the end of the day, as the flag says, British is best. Now, which of my models can I interest you in? This Escort is a snip at 2.5. One owner, a nervous nun, never driven at night. This one over here never left the country estate of a member of the House of Lords.
Take it down.
I beg your pardon?
The flag, it's got to come down.
I've only just put it up.
I know, I've been watching you. Had my eye on this place ever since you erected the flagpole. My name is John Richards, Planning Enforcement Officer.
Oh, visiting cards now, eh? I suppose this comes out of poll tax too. Well, you might like to know, Mr. Richards, that before I had this flagpole erected, I went to the town hall and I was assured by the planning officer that I did not need planning approval.
That is perfectly correct.
Well, what are you going on about then?
I'm going on about that flag. It contravenes the Town and Country Planning, brackets Control of Advertising, closed brackets, Regulation 71, superseded by the 1990 Act.
Are you saying I can't fly the Union Jack?
Flag.
What?
It's called the Union Flag, not Jack. It's a common mistake.
All right, Jack, don't prevaricate. Are you saying I can't fly it?
Not with British's best on it, you can't.
You're joking.
I'm employed by the local council. I never joke.
But British is best.
That's a highly debatable point of view and one you are not allowed to state on the Union flag.
Is there something I don't know? I mean, am I being kept uninformed? Is a local council rule from Moscow or Peking? Has the Third Reich surfaced in the bowels of the town hall? Is this what I went over the top for? That flag stays up.
In that case, you'll be hearing from the borough solicitor.
And you, Squire, will be hearing from mine.
Look, I'm sorry to trouble you. I wonder if you can help me.
I'd like to have a word about my overdraft facility.
Excellent. Yes, I can see why you'd want to.
Well, as you can see, I've encountered a temporary cash flow problem. I'd like to increase the facility.
Looks like you have already. You're 5,000 over the agreed overdraft limit.
Are you sure?
Yep.
That is amazing.
You'd be surprised how many of my customers I amaze during the average day.
Well, notwithstanding that disconcerting information, Mr. Shanks, I'd like to increase the facility by 20,000.
Come. Thank you, Sandra. I have directives from head office that have to be followed. And as I say, you're overextended already. It's belt-tightening time, I'm afraid, Mr. Daly.
Would it help if I lived in one of the third world countries?
I beg your pardon?
Well, perhaps I should change my name to Mexico or Brazil. They owe your lot billions and nobody's squeezing their collaterals. Now, look, I'm mounting a big sales campaign to shift some of my car stock. I'm urging everyone to buy British, appealing to the patriotic art that beats in every punter.
Really? What a novel idea.
You see, I have a vision, Mr. Shanks. Nay, a dream. If this green and pleasant land of ours is to be polluted by motor cars, then I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure they are British motor cars.
Admirable, admirable. I'll tell you what, Mr. Daly, I think it's an exciting concept. I'm going to increase your overdraft limit by 5,000.
But I'm already 5,000 over.
Precisely. This way my books will balance. Let's review the situation again in 3 months' time, shall we? In the meantime, do try to stay within the new limit.
Yeah. Yes, sir. But, what grounds do you have for suspecting that something's happened to her? Look, could I have your full name and address, please?
Raymond? Raymond? You having some sort of kinky party in here or what?
In here, Arthur.
You got a bird in there? What's the matter with the lights?
Man from the electricity company came. He turned them off because the bill hadn't been paid.
What, and you let him? You're supposed to be my minder. Why did you hit him?
Oh, is that before or after I should have hit the man from British Telecom?
British Telecom?
Yeah, they've cut off all the phones. Same reason, non-payment of final demands.
This is what happens when I leave you in charge, isn't it? I turn my back for 5 minutes and the whole of the lock-up is transformed into a Soho clip joint. The only thing that's missing is some out-of-work actress passing off lemonade at 20 quid a bottle. I'm very disappointed in you, Raymond.
Now, look here, Arthur. I've been sitting here in the freezing cold. I'm hungry, I'm tired, and I'm pissed off. I've been sitting here for hours waiting for you, so you just didn't come back to all this. Well, it's not down to me to pay the bills.
No, of course it isn't. Calm down, calm down. Sit down, sit down. There you are. Go on. See, this is what happens when you privatise everything. These used to be service industries. Nice, reliable little outlets on the monopoly board of life, created for the whole of mankind. I feel very sorry for you, Raymond.
Why is that?
Because you have your whole life in front of you. And what do you see?
Well, not a lot at the moment, Arthur. We need some more batteries.
I'll tell you what you see. You see a country that won't let you run up the flag and say British is best. You see a country where the big banks are squeezing the pips of hard-working entrepreneurs like me. You see a country that expects us to push it and pull it into the 21st century with the help of torchlight and bongos.
You all right? Come on, let's go and get a drink.
How's it going, Pop? Quiet as the grave, Sarge. I left a note about one call on your desk. Might give you a laugh.
Do you think it's some nutter?
Definitely. He hung up when I asked him for his name and address.
Well, you never know, Park. You never know.
There you go, Arthur.
Sorry, Dave.
Oh, the best of British.
Oh, Dave, don't you let the local council hear you say the best of British. They'll close the club down.
What are you talking about?
We put a Union Jack up today on a car lot, Dave.
Flag, Ray, flag. The council man told us.
Oh, that's right.
You're not allowed to call it a Union Jack anymore.
Anyway, we ran the flag up Arthur's brand new flagpole.
Which cost me an arm and a leg.
And some planning enforcement officer ordered us to take it down.
Can you believe that, Dave? We put Erling Buckhouse's flag up, and because he said British is best on it, the planning enforcement officer ordered me to take it down.
You're joking.
I'm employed by the local council. I never joke. Taking me to court. I'm going to fight it to the end.
Can I quote you on that?
Yeah, who are you?
Greg Hunter, I'm a reporter. Look, I couldn't help overhearing what's happening, and I think it would make a very good story. I'd like to interview you.
Does your paper let you run an expense account?
Yeah, why?
I'd like a large vodka and tonic, Raymond would like a large brandy, and Dave would like half a lager. Now, tell me, what is your first question?
I thought you might be interested in what this lady's just come in to report, Sergeant.
What can I do for you, madam?
Well, I'm not sure. Probably silly of me to come. I thought it best, thank you. You never know, do you?
Well, no, not till you tell me about it, I don't. Why, what's the problem?
I own the hairdressers on the green.
That's at Lynn's salon, Sergeant.
I've got a number of regular clients that I visit in their homes. I don't know, but it seems that one of my clients has gone missing.
Missing?
Well, I've done her hair every Thursday afternoon at 3 for the past, well, 15 years. I got no reply when I visited her home yesterday, and I tried again this morning.
Or perhaps she's gone shopping.
I got no reply last week either. And that's the first time in 15 years. She wouldn't go a week without having her hair done, let alone 2 weeks. I feel something's happened to her.
Right, well, let's start with this lady's full name and address, shall we?
Right, now I'd like one with the young man raising the flag and you just a bit closer into the pole there.
All right, off you go, Ray.
That's it, lovely.
Hold on, let me take my hat off.
Right out. Smashing. Yeah. Lovely.
Right, now I'd like you to take some of my British range. And be sure and tell all your readers everyone comes with a 6-month warranty. Ray, clickety-click. Just got 1 or 2 adjustments to make. There you go.
Ready? Good. Great. That's fine, Greg. Got more than enough.
Great. The paper will be on the streets this afternoon, Mr. Daly. I'll make sure you get some complimentary copies. Thanks for all your help.
Always happy to oblige the Fourth Estate. Yes, officer.
Morning, Mr. Daly.
Good morning.
Ray?
Parky.
I wonder if I could have a minute.
As you've beaten the morning rush to my car lot, you most certainly may. Which of the models are you interested in?
Now, we've got a young lad down at the Nick. We're just booking him on a list of charges as long as your arm. His speciality's breaking into cars. Among the items in his possession are a number of credit cards. Now, we're not sure, but we think that they might belong to your wife.
My wife and credit cards? What a frightening concept.
I went round to your address, but I can't get any answer. Do you know where she is?
Oh, you won't find her there, lad. Her indoors is staying with her in Norfolk.
Sorry?
She's staying with her sister up in Norfolk.
Do you think I could trouble you for the address?
Yeah, wait. Wait there.
Yes, I'm sorry to disturb you. This is Detective Sergeant Morley, Metropolitan Police CID. I'm trying to locate a Mrs. Daly.
I promise you something special, Billy. And there it is.
What is it?
That is a microchip marvel, Billy.
What does it do?
It gives its fortunate purchaser an entirely new concept in his domestic life, and I have exclusive distribution rights in the UK.
Yes, but what does it do?
It brings amusement to its owner, and dare I say it, yes I dare, it also brings joy. It is fun and it is functional. I mean, let us assume you want a 5-minute steak under the grill. What happens? You bung 8 ounces of best Scotch prime under, the phone rings. When you return to the cooker, what are you confronted with? Charcoal embers. Not anymore. You bung 1 of these on the cooker, set the timer, and when your steak is just right, what do you hear?
Yeah, that's amazing. Have we got any others?
Well, apart from the one that plays tenderly when your steak is just right, I have one for your alarm clock, which plays money, money, money when it's time to get up and go to work. And I have one for the spin dryer, which plays all shook up when the clothes are dry.
Well, I think you're on a winner there, Arthur. How much are they?
Good morning again, Detective Constable Park.
Sorry, am I disturbing you?
You are indeed. What can I do for you?
I tried to phone first, but your line appears to be out of order.
Yes, something to do with the drilling up the road. What do you want?
I'm a worried man.
Have you dragged me away from my business just to tell me you got worries? Foot, next time you're giving evidence at the Old Bailey, I'm going to have you pulled out of the witness box so I can talk to you about my overdraft.
I wish to share my worries with you.
I'm an entrepreneur, Mr. Morley, not a priest or a shrink.
Bear with me, please, Mr. Daly. It's about your wife.
My wife? What about her?
I attempted to contact her at the address that you were kind enough to give DC Park.
Yeah?
She isn't there. And neither is she expected. As far as I can ascertain, your wife has vanished. What was she wearing the last time you saw her?
God knows. What was yours wearing the last time you saw her?
A pale blue dress, cream buttons, black belt with gold fastenings, matching earrings, nylons, black shoes, black leather shoulder bag. And if I was so inclined, I could tell you the exact colour of her underwear.
Do you have a recent photograph of your wife?
What, on me?
Yeah.
Certainly not. Don't carry that sort of stuff round with me. You sure she's not staying with her sister in Norfolk? She could be in their spare bedroom. Her sister's very vague.
Mr. Daly, yesterday, your wife failed to keep an appointment at the hairdresser's for the second week running. Prior to this, she hasn't missed an appointment in 15 years. We have also received information from a member of the public who alleged that something untoward has happened to your wife. You told DC Park she was staying with her sister in Norfolk. She isn't. You told me you haven't seen her in a couple of weeks. She appears to have vanished off the face of this earth. Aren't you concerned for her welfare?
Mr. Morley, her indoors is a formidable woman. Very formidable. I appreciate your concern, but it is misplaced. I assure you, nothing has happened to her. And I'll be grateful if you'd stop your inquiries.
Really? Why?
Look, if she hears the police are looking for her, she'll be put out. Very put out. And when her indoors is put out, she has a tendency to become aggravated. And I've learned from experience that when she's aggravated, I get aggravation. Now, somehow, don't ask me how, her indoors works in mysterious ways, but somehow it will be my fault that you are looking for her. And I have got quite enough on my plate without that.
I'd like you to check her wardrobe.
Nah, she wouldn't be in there.
We just want to establish what clothes are missing. It would help when we put out a full description.
I'll send DC Park round to collect a list of the missing clothing and a photograph.
If you like.
Oh, come on. You don't think he's done her in, Sarge?
He might have done.
But Arthur Daly's not capable of murdering anyone.
Is that what they taught you at Hendon? Some people are capable of murder and some people aren't. Oh, what a well-ordered world you live in.
Yeah, but this is Arthur Daly we're talking about.
Oh, just an ordinary average man, eh?
Absolutely.
Johnny, I don't know if Arthur Daly murdered his wife or not, yet. But what I do know is that the prisons of this country are full of ordinary average men, and some of those ordinary average men are serving life sentences for murder.
Daly's into Europe, managing director speaking.
Arthur, it's Ray.
Ray, you seen the local paper?
Yeah, and so have the local council. That planning officer's been over here with a summons. They're going to take you to court.
Right, bring it with you to Drummond's office. I'll meet you there. Tell her. Yes, officer?
When you finish checking your shares, I'd like a word with you.
Right, officer.
Tell me, what's your favourite colour?
Blue.
Thought it might be. I'm afraid we can only offer 3 colours on our traffic lights. Red,
amber, and green. Now, you've sat there while we've gone through our entire range twice. We're out of blue at the moment. I want you to put that car into first gear and move it, right?
Yes, officer.
Yes, I do understand that, Sergeant. I'm always anxious to help the police, as long as you understand my position. I can't, of course, make any official statement, but provided I had your assurance that anything I might say to you would be off the record, I'd be happy to cooperate. Fine. I look forward to seeing you.
Mr. Daly.
George.
Mr. Daly.
This is Raymond, member of my staff. He's also family.
Nice one. Pleased to meet you. Come and sit down. Well, this is a very serious business. Very serious. I think it'd be wise to retain a top silk. Now, what about John Rockman? Top-class man. He'll give them the run for your money.
How much?
Well, a retainer of £10,000 should do it. And then, of course, there'll be refreshers.
Refreshers?
Yes, £1,000 a day for the length of the trial.
Well, that kind of money, I'm the one who need refreshing. Well, that'd be cheaper to do a Lord Lucan. No, I'll defend myself.
Most unwise. You know what they say, a man who defends himself has a fool for a client.
That'd be an expression coined by a member of your profession, I take it.
Do you know, I think it was.
Look, all I was doing is asserting my common rights. I mean, what sort of sentence could they give me?
And if you're found guilty? Oh, it'd be life. No doubt about that. Your age, you'll probably die in prison. Oh, yes, it'd definitely be life.
Well, for flying a Union Jack on a bloody flagpole and saying British is best?
I beg your pardon?
Well, yeah. And this is the summons they delivered us today.
Ah. My apologies, Mr. Daly. I assumed you'd come to see me on another matter.
What other matter?
Oh, something connected with your wife's disappearance.
My wife has not disappeared. She's been mislaid. Now, about that summons.
Oh, this presents no problem at all. No, none at all. On the evidence of this article, you're obviously guilty. You'll be fined and ordered to take the flag down. Tell me, how is Mrs. Daly?
It was difficult trying to establish anything at Daly's.
Being evasive, was he?
More elusive. It's hard trying to keep up with him in the dark. The electricity had been cut off. I also established that the phones had been cut off.
Having money problems, is he? Well. Did you get a photo of the lady?
Nah.
You what?
He said he couldn't find any. He also said that none of her clothes were missing as far as he could tell.
Did he now? Well, I wonder what his good wife has been wearing for the last 2 weeks.
He then asked me whether the local council was being ruled by Moscow or Peking, and inquired whether the Third Reich had resurfaced in the bowels of the town hall.
Mr. Daly, do you wish to question the witness?
Mrs. Worship, one cannot hold a dialogue with a man who is permanently cocking a deafen. I am aware that this man was using the infamous phrase, only obeying orders. I call Raymond Albert Daly.
Did he ever talk about his home life?
I never knew he had one.
What about other women? Did you ever see Arthur with another woman?
I never saw Arthur with his wife, let alone another woman.
Mr. Daly.
Yes, Mr. Daly.
You are currently employed at the Arthur Daly car showroom. All leading models carried, significant discounts given. 1A Graceful Road, Northwest 6, are you not?
That is correct.
You have heard the evidence given by this person from the planning office at the town hall?
Yes, I have.
In view of the fact that you was present when Mr. Richards and me was talking about the Union Jack, do you have anything that you would like to add?
Yes, I do. Mr. Richards arrived on the car lot shortly after 9 a.m. I was concerned to notice that he was staggering about and bouncing off of the stock.
You are referring to the made-in-Britain stock? Everyone with a 6-month warranty?
Yes, I am. I grew apprehensive when it became apparent that his breath smelt heavily of alcohol. I was concerned about the valuable stock. And it seemed likely to me that at any moment he might commit a very violent act.
That's outrageous.
That's what I thought at the time. And as I recall, you was also singing something about there's only one team in London.
That's a bloody lie.
Need I say more, Madam Worship?
Now, I realise that your lad works for Arthur Daly and that you obviously owe him a certain loyalty.
Yeah, well, we are...
Family.
Family, yeah.
Yeah, precisely. And it's in his interests that we get to the bottom of this affair. By helping us, you're helping him.
Is that what...
What I want, yeah.
No. Is that what Arthur said?
Oh, yes, that as well.
Are you sure?
Would I lie to you, love?
It's what Mr. Daly would say if he was here.
Now, turning to Mrs. Daly, just within these four walls, would you know if there was another man in her life?
Well, she went a bit quiet for a while when Steve McQueen died.
Mrs. Worship, I represent an ethnic minority. We happy few, are Englishmen and proud to be just that. Oh, I'm sure if I went round rubbishing my country, I'd get a standing ovation in certain quarters and a grant from the local council. I went into a public house during the World Cup. England were playing Cameroon. The whole pub was cheering for Cameroon. This in a country that invented football. I have led a blameless life, yet I am brought before you like a common criminal because I dared to say British is best. What has happened to traditional values?
So you were saying that Mr. Daly came in to see you recently? What about?
About his overdraft. He wanted to increase his limit.
Big overdraft, is it, sir?
Substantial. Quite substantial.
Did he say he had any prospects of reducing it in the near future?
You know, as a matter of fact, he did. Some scheme or other. He just had a large flagpole erected on his forecourt. I can't remember precisely, but it was an important aspect in his plans to raise money.
I am intrigued by the comment you made to the planning enforcement officer. Do you seriously believe that the local town hall is run by a bunch of extremists who are bigoted, paranoid, and grossly incompetent?
I couldn't have put it better myself.
Your reference to Mr. Richards about going over the top indicates you have a military history.
Oh, yes, indeed I do.
Can you give us some details?
Oh, indeed I can. I did 2 years national service, the catering corps at Catterick, and I was sent on 6 weeks secret detachment to the Isle of Wight.
You've been neglecting your cuticles.
There's really no need to do this, you know. I just want to ask you a few questions.
Of course. But it looks better if you're a customer. You know how people are about the police.
Yeah, I do. In my experience, people confide in their hairdressers. They tell them things they wouldn't dream of saying to anyone else.
That's true.
Take Mrs. Daly now. Regular customer for 15 years. You probably know more about her than anyone else alive.
I can tell you this.
Mm-hmm.
She's got wonderful roots.
That was a bit strong, wasn't it? Saying he was pissed on the car lot.
Not at all. Little bird told me that the magistrate is teetotal.
After I talked with your colleague the other day, I gave the matter considerable thought, and I recalled something that might just possibly be relevant. A number of years ago, Mr. Daly lodged this with me.
While not fully embracing your opinions on the people who are running this borough, we incline to the view that prosecutions like this tend to give your position considerable credibility. I wish our borough solicitor to advise those who have instructed him in this to investigate as a matter of extreme urgency the allegation that council employees are consuming alcohol during working hours. Mr. Daly, this court is giving you an absolute discharge. Your costs will be awarded against the council. Of course, should you repeat the alleged offence and the council proceed against you, then you must understand that if found guilty, you might well incur a fine.
Thank you, Mrs. Worship.
All right, so you've established a motive. I still don't believe that Arthur Daly has murdered his wife.
It's a proven and indisputable fact, Park. 85% of murders are domestic. If a wife gets murdered, you start with the husband. 85 times out of 100, you get a hole in one. Park. That concrete plinth, what would you say it measured?
6 by 4.
Mr. Day, this way, please. And one more.
Look, I want to do a follow-up story, how the little man beat the council, that sort of thing.
My pleasure, Greg, my pleasure. You follow us back to the car lot and it can be conducted at the scene of my triumph.
Yeah, watch out, Arthur, here comes the enemy. Mr. Richards, Greg Hunt, West London Recorder. What if I could have a comment for our readers on the verdict?
It was a travesty of justice. I'll be watching you, Daly. Every move you make, I'll be watching you.
You lose some, you lose some.
Yeah, why don't you invite him back for a drink, Arthur?
Oh, he's gone.
Oh, no! Oi! What's going on? I want you all as witnesses, every single one of you. This is nothing less than a case of criminal assault. You're nothing better than a middle-aged vandal, Morley. You've gone too far this time, though. I've just stuffed the council. You'll be no trouble. I'm doing you for criminal assault and battery.
I have all the required permissions, Daly.
What required permissions? Who in their right mind will give you permission to do a thing like this? What are you up to?
I'm continuing my investigations into the disappearance of your wife.
My wife? What's she got to do with your wanton destruction?
It's quite simple, really. I'm trying to establish if she's buried beneath this flagpole.
Are you aware that I supply electronic components for the medical profession? Yes, yes, and you are literally putting human life at risk by cutting off my telephone lines. The checks were sent to you weeks ago for all outstanding bills. No, I want a full-scale investigation. I also want my lines restored. What do you mean, have a nice day? Hello?
Why is it whenever you put a shovel in an Englishman's hands, he always leans on it? Hello, Billy.
There's no point in filling the hole, Arthur. They'll only have to dig it up again when I come to put the flagpole back up.
Arthur, I've come down for some more microchip marvels. They're going a bomb in Bradford. I'll take 6 dozen tenderly and 3 dozen mixed. Money, 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 and old shoe cup.
Come inside, Billy.
Good, good. Glad to see you've seen sense finally and dug up that flagpole.
Arrangements are underway for the re-erection of the flagpole, complete with flag, Mr. Richards. Thank you, Billy. Nice to know I'm bringing so much culture into so many people's lives.
All loaded up and ready to go, Billy.
Thank you, Ray. Either of you took fancy drink down Winchester?
No, it's a bit too early for us, Billy. Might see you there later.
Right. Bye for now.
Yeah, laters. Arthur,
Yeah?
about Arnie.
What, her indoors?
Yeah, where exactly is she?
Ray, if I knew, I'd be much happier.
What, you mean you think something really has happened to her, then?
No, of course it hasn't. I'm talking about what's happening to me. I mean, how can I earn a crust with that melon Morley going on about how worried he is? And there's the aggravation of the flagpole. Next thing we know, they'll be searching a lot. Next thing we know, they'll be searching the lock-up. Oh, my good God, I can't remember what of the stock is straight and what isn't. Yeah, have we got the receipts for these striptease egg timers? Yeah, those must go, Ray. Those must go, and those must go. And what about the Swiss yodeling corkscrews? Are they bent or are they not? Yeah, that's all right. Those must go. Use your discretion, but they must be hidden. All that must go. Those must go. These are all right. Keep moving, officer. I'm stock taking.
Mr. Morley wondered if you'd like to come down to the station, please.
Why are you being so polite? Ever since you and Morley have been going on about her indoors, you've become very polite. It's my experience, when police officers start being polite, they are about to kick you somewhere very sensitive. All right. Raymond, I'm leaving you in charge. Remember all them orders we've got to get out? Get them out. I'll leave it all in your hands.
Only when you've finished your stock taking, mind.
I'll just go and get my keys and my coat.
Well, there's no need to take your car, Mr. Daly. I'll give you a lift. My pleasure.
Note that, Ray. Excessive courtesy.
Daly, your managing director speaking. Yes, well, it was definitely sent weeks ago. Yes, that is correct. I am indeed working on secret contracts for the Ministry of Defence. You'll give it priority service. I'm deeply obliged. Goodbye. Do you mind, officer? You do not have security clearance for that kind of classified information.
Billy? Ray Daly. Yeah, I'm glad I caught you, mate. Well, I think I can safely say that today is your lucky day. Yeah, get yourself over here now, mate.
None of your wife's clothes are missing. What does that say to you?
She's travelling light.
Very light, I'd say. You failed to report her missing.
I didn't know she was missing, did I? You sound like one of the insurance claim forms. State where you last saw the items you are claiming for. If you knew where you last saw them, you wouldn't be claiming for them, would you?
How would you describe your relationship with your wife?
I wouldn't. I'm not given to making public pronouncements about my personal life. But what I am prepared to discuss is when you're going to get my flagpole back up.
Oh, these things take time, Daly. Paperwork, you know.
You got it down fast enough. It is now blocking a row of pristine, made-in-Britain cars. I've had 3 punters wanting a test drive. I'm losing a fortune.
Would I be right in saying that you're more concerned about your flagpole than you are about your wife?
My wife is not laid out in the car lot in front of my prime stock.
That's true. We have established that.
Just exactly where is your wife?
I don't know. I wish I did. Entrepreneurs do not increase their takings by chatting with police officers.
Detective Sergeant Morley, CID. It's the business manager of British Telecom.
Arthur Daly? No, that's all right. No, I also supply equipment to the police. Yes, indeed, that is correct. I need to be in 24-hour contact with my clientele in the medical profession. Priority reconnection. I am deeply obliged. Yes, and I'll get in touch with the bank, get them to go through their records and sort out your cheque. Fine, Tar. Goodbye.
Going through a bit of a bad patch, are we?
You wouldn't know about that, would you? Monthly paycheck, superannuation, pension scheme, all the little perks. I can't go prancing into some subsidised canteen when I feel peckish. I live in the real world.
Yeah, and we've established that you're finding it chilly. And we've also established that some years ago you took out an insurance policy on your wife.
I did?
You did.
Did I?
Yeah. I think you'll find it's lodged at your solicitor's. In the event of her death, you stand to collect a tidy sum.
How tidy?
Positively neat.
Are you sure you heard Arthur right?
Definitely. Tell Billy he said that I want him to take the entire remainder of my stock of microchip marvels on sale or return.
He wasn't having an attack, was he? It's not like Arthur. It's not like him at all. You mean he's trusting me?
Of course he is. He's even thinking of opening up my northern branch to give you a better service.
Bloody hell. Well, he hasn't been that generous since he sold me a ticket for last Leeds United Cup final. Of course it were counterfeit, but it's the thought that counts, isn't it?
Right. Now, while we're at it, what about some singing camels?
Camels, Bradford, aye, definitely.
In view of the fuss that you made about your flagpole, I'm giving you notice of our intention to search your premises.
So she's not in the lock-up. I'd have seen her.
I'm talking about your home.
Well, she's not there either. Still, you're welcome to go and look.
Rest assured, it will be left precisely as we find it.
Well, that's a spare key. Leave it on the hall table.
There you go, Squire. Yeah, Ray, you sure this stuff's not iffy?
Of course it isn't, Dave. We just cramped for space at the lockup.
What's yours, Charlie?
Pint, please.
Bitter?
Yeah, please.
Right.
I want you to make a full statement. You're not, of course, obliged to say anything, but anything you do say will be taken down and may be used in evidence. I want to know all about your wife. You can start with the day you met her. And by the time you've finished, I want to know her better than you do.
What I want to know is why Arthur Daly can't store all this stuff round his house.
He told you the police might...
Search?
Search, yeah.
Well, suppose they come here to search. We'll be accessories. I blame all this on that wife of his. I never did like her. If someone's done her in, they should get the Nobel Peace Prize.
Mum, that's Auntie you're talking about. Now, where do you want these laughing policemen?
So what do you think then, Sarge?
I want a body park, that's what I want. When I've got that, I'll tell you what I think. In the meantime, have Daly sign that and let him go.
Keep the change. Raymond, you've been excessive.
You might as well tell them where she is. They'll find her sooner or later.
What have you done with her? You can't leave this stuff here forever, Ray. I've got a club to run.
Well, you know Arthur and his stock taken.
Ray, thank God you're here. I thought you'd gone missing too. I need the use of your spare bedroom. The police have completely turned my place over.
Well, it'll have to be the kitchen, Arthur. The spare room's full of your stock.
Ta, Dave.
Ah. Now, that will be her indoors, Arthur.
How'd you know that?
She's been ringing every 5 minutes.
Hey, now, come on. Let's get it over and done with, Arthur. Go on.
Answer it.
Did she sound put out, Dave?
Very, very.
What, discovered there'd been a massive police hunt for her?
Yeah, she's been talking with her next-door neighbour. He's been complaining about all-night police parties, hooliganism.
And he would have mentioned the various visits too, I assume. Phone, lights, hairdressers?
Yeah, they did crop up in the conversation. Yeah, and apparently the Residents' Association has lodged a formal complaint, and the caretaker is anxious for the worst.
You must be relieved, Arthur.
Relieved?
Well, that auntie's all right.
Relieved? Relieved? You are looking at a definitive case of terminal aggravation. She went to Elf Farm, didn't she? Of course she did, spur of the moment. Said she gave me a letter for the hairdresser. Probably went down the same black hole as my cheques for the phone and the light. Come on, Ray. Let's go and see if Morley's got that flagpole up.
Look, are you sure you don't want to pop round and see Auntie?
It's all my fault. I told those bloody policemen it would be. And make things worse, she says she's lost weight and wants a complete new wardrobe of clothes.
I have committed invaluable man-hours in the pursuit of this investigation. Taxpayers' money has been expended. The police computer has been mobilised. There has been an all-station alert throughout the country in the hunt for your wife, and all this could have been avoided if you hadn't mislaid her. And now, you come strolling in here, bold as brass, demanding that blasted flagpoles are re-erected without delay. Well, I'm telling you that your flipping flagpole was re-erected at the taxpayer's expense 3 hours ago. I'm going to count to 5. And if you're still here when I've finished, I'm going to charge you with wasting police time.
Out! Hold on while I put the floodlights on.
Arthur, the flagpole. Is it up? It's gone. Somebody's nicked it.